don't ever go to a strip club right when they open. One of the worst decisions we've ever made. You think you get to a strip club right when they open and you're the first people there? No! There was a big fat guy in the corner who never left. I don't know why you seem like such a Kelly Clarkson guy.
I am a Kelly Clarkson guy. If you don't like Kelly Clarkson, honestly, f*** you. And that's to everybody in the chat. If you don't like Kelly Clarkson, f*** you. I'm not calling you a slur by saying you love Sam Laporta. It's okay. You love Sam Laporta. Say you love Sam Laporta. Say it.
I like Sam Laporta tonight.
No, say you love him.
I like Sam Laporta.
No, say you love him, dude.
I don't love Sam Laporta.
But 18 and 19 is good enough for the Florida Gators. As long as you're a young, cool guy who f***ing gets top 10 recruiting classes every f***ing year and you lose games to Georgia Southern and South Florida. I f***ing hate this guy.
You think I have a model?
You don't have a model. You've never talked.
You are being serious. You think I have a model?
You ever thought about having a model?
No. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Holy shit, what a fucking hat from you, Steak. Wow, you look like you have a TikTok filter on right now. I wonder if anybody else agrees. You look like your skin is glowing and your lips look red. I know, and by the way, I know what that looks like because when I was streaming on TikTok, I accidentally added a filter and I couldn't remove it. And
accidentally.
It was like, dude, it was so bad. Every time I went live on TikTok, it looked like I had makeup, like I had a kid put makeup on me. It was wild. So
it would be funny if I did one of those get ready with me thing.
That actually would be a hilarious content thing. Anyways, good morning, everybody. Steak again from Chicago. Don't say we aren't men of the people. Okay, whether we're traveling, we're on vacation, and W Wives too for being so supportive. Jeff is a golf terrorist. I don't want to fucking hear it from you, Jeeb. I don't want to hear it from you. I don't want to hear it from anybody because you know what, Steak? I got a bone to pick. I got a bone to pick with every motherfucker. Not you though. Everybody but you. Okay, I bet the U.S.
Picking our bones right now.
Yeah. I want to get right into it. I mean, I could wait till more people get here because there's probably going to be more bones. But I bet USA yesterday 1 unit on the money line and half a unit on the run line minus a half.
Yeah.
Both hit. I also bet Bobby Witt. That did not hit. I bet the team total over. That did not hit. I made like $12. Not one motherfucker has anything to say today. Not one. Everybody, where's the Landon Jacksons of the world? Where's
no one's calling you Osama today. That's true.
No one's calling me Osama, but nobody's even saying, hey, good job, because you know what? Nobody believed in the US of A yesterday. Nobody. You had every Tom, Dick, and Harry on the Dominican Republic, whether they wanted to admit it or not. Everybody liked the DR. They were a fun team. No. Jeff Sunday said no. So fuck you. Not you, everybody else.
I knew some sharp people sneak nuking the DR yesterday. I'll say that.
Yeah, me too. And not sneak nuking, but like sharp, smart people. Our friend Drew, who knows baseball very well, was like, he doesn't bet on the World Baseball Classic or anything. He just follows it like for the love of the game. He was like, I'm going to bet the DR today. I was like, yeah, you're going to lose money. It was never Paul Skeen strikeouts though. I think his line was like 6.5 and he didn't have much. But anyways, Cam Young, Steak, Crutch was in there in my DM sweating. I ride with Jeff Sunday on Sundays. Come on, Jeff. 10-1 Cam Young live for a DK bonus bet. We love that. Thank you, Minwoo Lee. Thank you, Barty Bart. We have a lot to talk about. You have a hard stop at 11:30 Eastern.
I actually do not have a hard stop. So do you want me to give you a quick life update?
Yeah, I would love to. Go ahead. Give us a quick life update.
First of all, let's talk about our intro. Our intro has gotten so old that my wife is here in the hotel room and she heard the intro start and she said, oh God, here we go. And she sounded like Dak Prescott getting ready for a football game. Number one. Number two, it's snowing so bad that my flight's already delayed for 3 hours. So I don't have a hard stop. But Con can nipple in the pay, obviously. And so I'll be here. Let me tell you about what I'm drinking, because obviously I don't think Uber Eats is going on with this snowstorm. So I have a Starbucks energy drink, and it's absolutely every bit as disgusting as it looks. It is horrible. It has no sugar, though. And then I'm pairing it with hotel room coffee, not to be confused with hotel coffee. This is hotel room coffee. I made it right in the room, and it is also really fucking bad.
Okay, so I have some thoughts. W Life update. Let's take it from the top. I have a few things to ask you. I am surprised. I looked at the weather app. I look at the weather app all the time, and especially if I'm traveling. Like I'll look at it 3 days in advance, a week in advance, day of, morning of, etc. I will sometimes even randomly. I know this is a crazy thing. I'll just randomly look at the weather in another city just because I'm curious what's going on. I'll look at the wind. I'll look at the,
This is a flavor. You acknowledge that, right? Like you've accepted that this is a flavor.
I don't know what that's saying. What does that saying mean?
A flavor of autism.
Yeah, you've already said that. Well, growing up, I thought I was going to be a weatherman, like straight up. I would come home, I would like stare at the clouds. I'd be like, oh yeah, today is the day we're getting a tornado. I was like, Twister was my favorite movie, but I was also terrified. I like begged my mom. I think it was after my parents' divorce. I was like, can we please build like a bunker, like a metal room, so if there's a tornado, we're fine. So I've always been like a spaz with this stuff. So sure, flavor.
Yeah.
But here's where I'm at. I checked the snow. I checked the weather in Chicago. It doesn't look that bad because it's snowing, but it says it's going to stop in like an hour. So I'm just surprised that the city of Chicago would travel would be so affected by just like a brief snowstorm. Now, here's where I didn't look last night. Did this start last night? Has it been all overnight, or is it like just snowing right now?
No, I think it started overnight.
So when you look
early in the morning, I should say.
Okay, so when you look on the ground, is there snow building up?
There's snow on the ground, but no, it's not building up.
See, that's interesting to me. I would think that when a snowstorm hit like New York and Jovan's flight got canceled, that was like over a foot.
Yeah.
When I looked at the weather, it looked like a couple hours and like maybe an inch or two. So,
well, I was supposed to fly out at 1 and it says I fly out at 4, so maybe I get out of here at 4.
Yeah, it's obviously not your fault. I was just more so surprised that this like baby snow coming through affected flights. I've flown out of a snowstorm twice, Detroit and Montreal. You like snow coming down, building up, de-icing the plane. You ever been in a plane that got de-iced?
Yes.
You might be in one today.
Yeah.
So anyways, that was one thing I wanted to just touch on.
I have to say one more thing. I apologize. Sure. So, you heard about what they do with these coffee makers at these hotel rooms? Because my wife said she saw a TikTok where a woman cleaned her panties in them.
Yep.
And then she posted the TikTok, and then the hotel sued her.
Yep.
That's disgusting. I'm just sitting here drinking that coffee.
Well, here's the thing. I don't like Keurigs regardless. Like, I think it's weak coffee. I think this is nothing against you and no offense to anybody. To me, Keurig is, for the lack of a better word, it's bitch coffee. Like, it's water running through the little pot of coffee, and it's like it's super weak, it's super light. And I discovered this in like 2018, 19 at my old brokerage, because like they had a nice little coffee setup, and I don't even know if it was Nespresso or Keurig, but like they had the high-end one, and everybody loved it. I'm like, you guys are crazy. This coffee sucks. Hotel rooms all have that little cheap ass fucking $10 from Walmart coffee maker. Yes. They think they're doing you a favor. That shit sucks. You get better coffee at a fucking hospital, in my opinion. Yes. So when possible, I prefer it from room service if they have it, because sometimes, like when you and I were in Dallas, they bring you a pot of coffee. A little bit different. I don't know what the machine's like. But then just recently, your wife is correct. This viral TikTok went around of this lady cleaning her underwear, which was the dumbest fucking thing I've ever seen in my life. I hate that human being. Yeah, I hope she gets sued successful. I hate her. It's so stupid. Yeah. But that had nothing to do with why I'm anti-coffee. That was more so for it being weak. But now we have this element of germs and disgusting human beings fucking with it that you don't even know. So I would stay away at all costs personally. But you're going to drink it, and that's fine.
I'm going to drink it live, and you're going to watch me.
Yeah. That Starbucks energy drink. That's the last thing I wanted to talk about. I've hated Starbucks for a very, very long time. And I may have not, I don't know if I told you about this when I met Pranav once, or maybe Pranav told you, but like he and I were like, let's go get coffee. And we're in fucking like Chelsea in New York City. I mean, there's a bajillion coffee shops everywhere. And he's like, I was like, oh, where's your go-to coffee spot? And he says, Starbucks around the corner. I said, no, it's not. That's not your go-to coffee spot. He's like, yeah, what's wrong with Starbucks? If you're living in like a rural area, you have like one shopping plaza and there's a Starbucks and a Chipotle and that's all you got, I get it. I'm not going to give you shit. If you're in a city with options, I do judge. Stop at Starbucks. They're terrible. But this is what Starbucks has been doing. From going away from like their coffee quality is so awful. McDonald's is better, legitimately. Now they're transitioning into these like neon yellow green drinks. And they even have the audacity to put fucking pieces of fruit in there. God only knows what chemical filled farm those little fucking strawberries go in. But let me tell you something. I was in the Upper West Side one time before an appointment, and I went in. I had nowhere else to go. I went into a Starbucks, and I needed the bathroom because that's like, the bathrooms are disgusting, but it's the only public restroom. I was like, fuck it. I'll own it. I'll get a Starbucks, whatever. It was when school got out, and about 15 kids were in front of me, and they all ordered these neon green energy teas, and I couldn't believe it.
They're called refreshers, and
that's what they're called.
I have 2 teenage nieces, and I know exactly what you're talking about. I literally sometimes think Starbucks appeals more to kids than adults at this point.
So I think about this, and I say that it would be challenging as a parent, because when you tell your kid not to do something, it makes them want to do it even more. Like, don't push the button.
Yeah.
I have a hard time thinking about playing it through, game script. I don't want my kids drinking this shit. Not that I was any better growing up. My parents gave me Coca-Cola in my bottle when I was fucking 4 years old, and I ate McDonald's and all that bullshit. But these things are like another level of bad, but the kids just go crazy for it. So I didn't know they actually put them in cans now, which is insane. And again, I'm not judging you for this, but it just makes me hate Starbucks. Starbucks is evil corp.
Yeah, I want to be clear. It doesn't make it any better. This drink is disgusting, but it's not a refresher in a can. It's much more like a Monster Energy drink in a can with the Starbucks label on it. And as a father, I can tell you, anything you tell a kid they can't drink, they become obsessed with. My daughter's not allowed to have soda, and now she really will bring up soda probably once every 2 days, wanting to drink soda because she's not allowed to have it.
Yeah, no, it's tough. It's almost like you can't be like absolutely not, and then all their friends are going to do it, and it's going to make them want to do it even more. It's like, ooh, I'm going to rebel. You know what I mean? Yeah. Anyways, good to see everybody. The chat's buzzing right now. Chris Baum said, absolutely correct. As a parent of 2 daughters, is targeted towards kids now. Yeah, it's awful. Just anti everything Starbucks stands for. I fucking hate them. We'll move on. Cornfields. I'm not joking. I have 10 coffee shoes. I think that means shops within 2 blocks. I don't know how they all survive. Bro, you'd be shocked. I mean, coffee is a big business.
Everybody drinks coffee.
Everybody drinks coffee, but I do understand that there's so many of them now. You do wonder, like, if I was going into the retail industry and I leased a space, like, I feel like it would be so risky. Like, oh, this is how we're going to pay our rent and profit. We're going to sell $4 cups of coffee. Like, it's tough,
You're going to sell $9 cups of coffee.
Well, yeah, there are $9 options, like not cold brew. Nitros are pretty expensive. Matchas are big. Are you a matcha guy? You seem like you would be a matcha guy, and I don't mean that offensively.
Yeah, I think you did mean it offensively.
I don't. I swear.
I'm not a matcha guy whatsoever.
Okay, but I promise.
Coffee and milk and a little bit of sweetener.
I've done matcha. I've done matcha a decent amount of times, actually.
Why are you saying it like it's mushrooms? I've done matcha. Is that how you say that?
Yeah, I've done matcha. I don't know that was
I've had matcha.
Well, you made it weird because I wasn't trying to make
weird. I've done matcha. Weird ass way to say that.
I've had matcha. Okay. Have you had matcha?
I've never done matcha.
You've never done. You're making it weird. I've casually done matcha right out in the open. I've done matcha with coworkers.
On nipple in the pain. I can't talk about my matcha behavior.
You know what coffee shop sucks? The La La Land place. I don't even know what that is.
I don't either. Where's that at, Esto?
Yep. Strawberry milk in the morning, greater than caffeine. That is the most fucking 6-year-old shit I ever heard in my life. But W's. I used
Bart's
to like
my guy. Bart, you are my guy. But I just want to say that is something a serial killer would say.
Yeah, that's a little wild. Bart's your guy. He's my guy as well, because I got to give Bart some credit. We always give credit where it's due. Bart told me this weekend before the golf tournament started, he said, hey, if you like Minwoo, you should opt into King of the Course. Thank you, Bart. Nobody else told me to do that. I did it. Minwoo wins King of the Course, only $168 in bonus bets. But without that, I wouldn't have taken Cam Young live. So thank you very much, Bart. You absolutely deserve some praise. Steak, you influenced me into drinking Sun Cruisers, and they bang. Yeah,
they do.
When you actually influenced me to try Sun Cruiser. Now that I think about it, my wife and I went to a Mets game, and I remember I was like, let's see if they have Sun Cruisers. Steak had this, and he said it's really good, and they did. They followed through. because those are the,
you like the non-carbonated ones more than
Yep.
the carbonated ones, right?
Yep. I'm not a carb. I've never been like a seltzer water guy. So I don't like them quite as much. That is really just like refreshing sweet tea with vodka. Also, that's just a really good drink, I think. Like an Arnold Palmer or sweet tea with vodka in it.
Outside, it goes crazy.
Yep. Oh, wait. Am I thinking of Surfsides or Sun Cruisers?
The same type of thing.
Yeah, they're the same thing.
Surfsides, but both are good.
Gotcha. Okay. We have some things to talk about, Steak. By the way, Shady Biev with a resub to the Book It channel, 39 months. Shady Biev, good to have you in here. He says, OH, we will talk about that. Crutch gave out 5 subs 14 minutes ago. I didn't even see that. Got the party started. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been brought to our attention, by the way, that we are the only show that's going on, I think, unless Book It's going to change it up, because they were supposed to be flying, I think, to Miami for the World Baseball Classic, but it sounds like their flight.
I was going to say, I saw someone in the Book of Chat say their flight was delayed, so I wonder how that's going to go.
Yeah. I have been tapped in. I am tapped into plane Twitter and airport Twitter, but not that you have to be. I believe this is just national news, but I think there's a partial government shutdown, so there's less TSA workers, so you should plan to get to the airport a little bit earlier than usual. But if anybody's traveled recently, let us know. Steak, you have clear, I think?
Yeah, I have clear and pre-check. I flew 3 days ago, obviously, to get here, and a lot of people were saying that, and it was pretty mellow. But I'm not taking any chances today. Are
you O'Hare or Midway?
O'Hare.
Okay. I haven't been to Chicago in so long, but I just know that people hate the airports there.
O'Hare sucks, but man, I say this every time I come here. Chicago rocks.
Oh yeah, it's such a fucking cool city,
man.
Such a cool city. Yeah, you were there for a 40th birthday, right?
Yeah.
What a great spot for a 40th birthday. You know what? My 40th is around the corner. I might swagger jack that. Was it intentional to do it like the weekend of St. Patrick's Day, or was that by accident? Okay, got it. Well, that makes sense. That's like a thing to do. St. Patrick's Day, I tweeted this. It snuck up on me this year, and I wasn't alone because I talked about it. I went and watched golf Saturday with BK and Kyle. We had a great day. But they were like, yeah, this is not like in Chicago because they did the real thing. They dyed the river and everything. But in New York, you've been here for SantaCon. Everybody's in fucking Santa outfits. Usually when like St. Patrick's Day is on a weekend, everybody's wearing green. This was like a half-assed St. Patrick's Day. And I was like, I looked at the Apple calendar and it didn't even say it. It's on Thursday or Wednesday.
That's why. It's because it's not St. Patty's Day wasn't on a weekend.
Got it. It wasn't on a weekend, so everybody celebrated it this past weekend. I just totally did not know. Which is weird because I'm usually a bit of a St. Patrick's guy. But anyways, can we do a QE meetup for Jeffrey's birthday? Yes, we can. Oh, no, I have to get to the airport early and drink beer. Darn, I'm so with you, Xander. So with you. I got drunk for St. Patrick's Day and ended up singing Roses by Outkast at a karaoke after a 12-hour green beer shift. Love that. Amateur day. Yeah, I think Halloween is much more amateur than St. Patrick's Day, personally. Not really into going out on Halloween.
Yeah, I'll say this. Being in Chicago as a grown-up for St. Patty's Day, it's definitely amateur day for sure. Mm-hmm. There's people acting crazy on the streets. We walked by a kid probably like 21 years old just using a taser.
On what? Himself?
Nothing, just fucking holding up a fucking taser in the air, scaring the shit out of people.
Oh, yeah, that's not good.
Rowdy. Very, very rowdy.
But overall, though, St. Patrick's in Chicago, thumbs up, thumbs down?
Oh, thumbs up, thumbs up.
Yeah, cool.
Yes, it was Rav, Chad. It was Rav.
Was it Rav? Oh, yeah, Rav was in Chicago. I saw that. That's funny. Yeah. Jet Broseph just gave out 5 sub banks. Jet Broseph, what got into you? Shady Biev with 1, Crutch with 5, Jet with 5, 11. Nice and early big route.
We haven't heard from Jet Broseph in a while now that you mentioned his name. Where you been, Jet?
Yeah, that's a great point. I'm glad you brought that up. Jet was around the Fake Sharp channel for quite a while. I know he's a Book It guy. Miss you guys. Sorry it's been so long. I've been had to deal with putting the doggo down. Oh, man, that sucks. One of the worst things in the world. W Book It deal, though. You guys deserve it. Thanks, Jet Broseph. Good to have you back, man.
Prayers up for the pup. All dogs go to heaven.
Yep. BA Man Sports 10 stream streak, VCU to the Sweet 16. We'll talk about it. Big Rob 150 stream streak, W Con at the free throw line, and P Dub 731 20 stream streak. Graylish with 40 as well. All right, Steak. We got some things to recap. We got golf, we got the World Baseball Classic, and then we have the conference championship week. It's 10:22. We have plenty of time, and then we'll start talking brackets. So what do you think we should start with?
Well, let me just say, you're going to have to carry. I have a lot to say, but I didn't actually see a lot. I watched Vanderbilt, Arkansas with Snowman. I pretty much relied on you for the update of golf on the last 4 to 5 holes, which thank you. It didn't go our way, but it was still fun. Well, it didn't go my way, I should say, because I had Fitzpatrick live 29-1, but I didn't watch a ton. I watched Michigan, Purdue, and then it was just like drunk at the bar, highlights of Houston, Arizona. So my eyes didn't see that much. So you're going to have to carry.
Okay. Well, let's start with golf. It sounds like people want to talk golf. We'll talk golf. And you and I both had Fitzpatrick. I think, did we take him Thursday on the stream because
Morikawa withdrew?
That's right. So you and I took him. He was looking great. I woke up that morning and my friend Bogey Party, love him. Great dude. Awesome guy. Good golf better and good golfer. He was on Ludwig. And he is the kind of guy that like will like send me very mean, angry texts if I mush his wager. So I knew I wasn't taking Ludwig. And I said, hey, to be a team player, how about this? I already have Fitz. The other guy in the mix is Cam Young. I'll use my $50 bonus bet on Cam Young to try to mush him. And I'm already on Fitz. So I tweeted and said, I'm doing this for the homies. BK had Ludwig. Kyle had Ludwig. Bogey had Ludwig. A bunch of other people in here had Ludwig. I did what I could, man. I really did what I could, and it didn't work out. So Jeff the Mush was not so mushy yesterday. Cam Young came through, and USA won. Nobody wants to talk about it. That's fine. I'll remind you. TMC time with 5 sub banks. Appreciate you. I believe that T Colin tone, right?
That's boy TC. WTC.
This is what I want to talk about.
TC had Cam Young.
He did.
Outright. Yeah.
Yep. Nice job. I tweeted this, and the tweet is banging, and it's so true. And I've been trying to do this for a few years, but golf betting is the best, and Stake acknowledges it. When you have a guy in the mix on a weekend, there is nothing better. There's no better sweat, in my opinion. Doesn't necessarily mean it's our favorite sport because people are like, dude, what about hockey? Love hockey. But betting on golf, nothing beats it. So I want to talk about Saturday for a second. Ludwig and Xander are paired together. Xander played unbelievable Thursday and Friday. Stake, did you have anything on Xander or no?
No Xander. No, the only real guy that ever got interesting for me was Fitzpatrick. I had like Tommy Fleetwood. He hung around. Yep. Henley hung around for a little bit, but the only guy I had in on Sunday was Fitzpatrick.
Okay. Well, Fitzpatrick he really pissed me off. I think he doubled on 18 on Saturday, but I like the way he bounced back. He bounced back Sunday. He was playing some big golf. He was big dick in the course. I don't know if that's a phrase that's been coined. I think I just thought of that now, but if somebody has it, that's fine. Like that's baseball and just nails or whatever. But he was walking around like vintage Dustin Johnson around there until the end. And this was what I thought was awesome. They started chanting USA for Cam Young. Now, some people, Canadians, I don't know, I won't name names, did not like this. They said it was corny. They said it was cheesy. I kind of liked it. I liked it because
Fitzpatrick is Canadian?
No, he's British. But some Canadian friends that I follow online thought it was corny. I thought it was awesome. I don't know how you guys felt about it. I thought when the crowd was chanting USA, when it was Cam and Fitz going at it, I thought it rocked. And you could tell Cam Young was just like going to show up. He was just going to show up. He was feeding off of that, in my opinion. Fitz got a little shook, I thought. The Chris Powers tweet about this was hilarious. Chris Powers is a big W, by the way, if you guys don't follow him. Big fan of Chris. But what happened, Stake, was more importantly, Ludwig just totally unraveled. He hit a shot in the water. I think it was a par 5. He went for it, just completely lost the ball. And I thought for 3 days he was so cool, calm, and collected. And the way he made Xander shit down his leg on Saturday, and Ludwig didn't even have his best stuff on Saturday, I thought Ludwig deserved to win the golf tournament up until that point. And it was like, okay, one bad hole, get back. Nope. Crazy how bad it was. But you talked about this. You're like, man, I can't believe guys on Sunday, how much they shit the bed with the lead.
I mean, it's gotten to the point, like I said, I'm new to betting golf, couple years, but you see a guy up there at minus 375 on a Sunday, you should be looking for one of those next 4 to 5 guys at plus money. Because who is it? Berger, Aberg, and who else? Just blew it. Crazy joke.
Yeah.
Oh, Shane Lowry.
Yeah.
Insane.
And Shane is a notorious pants pooper.
Yeah.
Most famously when Sepp came back to bite him at the Honda when it started raining. it's just crazy. I mean, that's what I love about golf. That's why I mean, you have to find like the human element to it. Losing on Berger and Ludwig back-to-back weeks hurt so bad. That's awful.
I just want to say that is sick. That is just
It's awful.
God.
I had a run, not last year, but I think the year before, where I had 3 straight second place finishes, and that shit is like, it'll make you lose sleep. It's very, very tough. So hope it doesn't happen to you again. You'd rather have a guy that like finishes like 6th or 8th, but like second place blows, and blowing it with a lead sucks. Anyways, I want to talk about what Cam Young did on 17. Steak, I texted you, and when the wind started ripping like it did, the island green, I've never been to TPC in Jacksonville. It looks awesome. And I've heard BK and Kyle were telling me when we went to T Squared that it's like viewership wise, like being there as a fan, it's one of the best. So I don't know if anybody can back that up, but I would love to go. We should do it.
Tim was there.
Yeah. Okay. You should ask for his feedback on that. Oh yeah, he's a big Jacksonville guy. Of course he's there.
Yeah.
So I'd love to do it. Looks like a great time. That 17th hole, the island green, with the wind ripping the way it was. I mean, the wind was getting worse and worse, from like 8 miles an hour to 12 miles an hour to like 18 miles an hour. You could see their shirts. You could see the flag stick. All you wanted to do was just get it on the green. Fitzpatrick goes first. And I told you this. I was like, Fitzpatrick goes first. Safe shot. Great shot. We're good. I thought if he parred it, we're okay. Cam Young hits it. And I can't even explain it. It was a beautiful shot that just rolled perfectly. And he birdied 17 in those conditions on a Sunday with the wind like it was. In my opinion, I could be overreacting. Chat, you could tell me if I'm wrong. That was one of the best shots I've seen in the moment, all things considered, as a fan of golf. Like Rory at the Masters had one. We'll never forget that one. But Cam Young on 17 yesterday, I'll never forget that. And it was at that moment where it was like, that's a cool thing about golf and like momentum. It was like, oh my God, this dude, like he's almost like numb right now. He's not nervous. He's not scared.
You kind of have to be, right?
Yeah. Yeah. You have to be that like that. And Cam Young has been known to shit down his leg, which is interesting. But yeah, we talked about this, and BK said it. This could be the year for Cam Young. And this was it. So anybody who thought that this was the time to play him, and great job to anybody who had Cam Young to win this tournament. Fitzpatrick was good. Bridgman is a serious golfer, by the way. That's one more thing I want to mention. Bridgman is a serious golfer. And the last thing I wanted to touch on, I bet Brooks to win the Masters. He's 40-1. Some people think it's going to move, and I'm not playing this because I think it's going to move. I did that with Cow. I'm done. I've never been a CLV guy. I'm playing it because I like 40-1 on Brooks Koepka to win the Masters. And I like the way Brooks Koepka played golf yesterday, but I do want to point out, as soon as I bet him to win the Masters, he had a double bogey. Okay. I do want to point that out, but I'm in on Brooks. I think Brooks is getting it right, figuring it out, like what I saw. Steak, any final words on the golf tournament? If not, we'll move on. Okay. I feel like 100-1, 180 some master tickets on Cam for like 40 units, man. Wow. Love that. That's Ricky Fowler 2015-esque. Ryder Cup changed. Cam Young. Dude, I kind of agree, Chris. By the way, Chris with a new follow. Good to have you in here. Chris Ebom's been a long time follower. Good to have you in here on the Twitch. Bobby Mack is coming. Yeah, he kind of shit his pants yesterday, but that's okay. Good golfer. Shocker what? Fuck you. Was my first click. Valspar.
Oh, I have a golf question before we move on. Do I give up on Jake Knapp?
What did he end up doing this week? I don't even think I saw it.
I'm not sure. I'm just wondering if you think he's somebody I should stick with, because he's kind of my second guy after Morikawa. And yeah, for quick nose.
No, I don't think you should. Yeah, I agree with the chat. Oh, he missed the cut? No. You know what? If anything, is he playing this weekend? Because I like a bounce back after a missed cut.
Do not know. All right, I'm going to keep taking him.
Okay. I'll take him with you. Cubbies with a sub, 47 month sub bang. Jet, TMC, Crutch, thank you again for the 5 subs. Good morning, everybody. It's good to be with you on a Monday, 10:32 Eastern. Go Rays. All right, let's talk a little World Baseball Classic. What a fun tournament this is. What a great idea. What a good thing for baseball. My buddy sent me something. I'm going to have to go find this. Hold on one second. where did he send this? You know how I've told you before, like you have to have a TikTok guy, you have to have like a guy who's like in the know that'll send you things because you just don't have like the mental capacity for it. Our guy Drew is such a good Twitter guy. Like he's just anytime he has free time, and he's got kids and a job, but he's just so good on Twitter. He sent me this tweet, and it's from Travis Sawchick. I don't really know who that is. Says he's an MLB contributor, 30,000 followers. Listen to this. World Baseball Classic attendance. 2006, 737,000. 2009, 800,000. 2013, 781,000. 2017, 973,000. 2023, 1.1 million. This year, 1.37 million people, doubling the attendance. This thing is awesome. People love it.
Yeah.
So we don't have to go like the full scope of the World Baseball Classic right now, but let's just talk about the game last night. Did you get any eyes on it?
Yeah.
So I think the total was like 9.5.
Yeah.
I didn't bet it. I bet the team total for USA. I thought I saw Luis Severino pitching, and I'm like, I don't trust Luis Severino. I don't. I trust Paul Skeens. Like Paul Skeens is gonna fucking show up. He's the guy. Don't care how square that is. I looked at his strikeouts. I didn't play it, but I played the first 5. Got pretty lucky there. Roman Anthony hit a home run, and I believe Gunnar Henderson hit a home run. And Junior Caminero hit a home run. Junior Caminero is a fucking freak. An absolute freak. But we have something to talk about with Aaron Judge.
Yeah. You want me to go first?
Yeah, go ahead. Think about it.
Because I'm not a hater. You're a Rays fan. I know it's a weird thing to say as I wear this Rays hat, but I also wear 100 other different hats on stream. So don't hold me to this Rays hat as I have this take. I know that the stats for the people who love Aaron Judge don't seem to back this up. Aaron Judge always seems like a bitch to me when the moment's big. It always seems like a bitch to me when the moment's big. I feel like every time you watch Aaron Judge with a big at bat, it doesn't go well. And like I said, it's just what my eyeballs are telling me. I'm sure there's some nerd stats out there that will tell me I'm wrong. But man, that's how I feel every time I watch Aaron Judge with a big at bat.
I think the opposite. I think the stats would tell you you're right. And
okay.
I don't think I could be wrong. Not that I'm saying I disagree or shitting on your take. I think that's not a popular take, but I think that's a known thing. And I think it's the reason or the fuel behind the fire for Krabs' hatred of Aaron Judge. Now, he takes it a step further, and we'll just say that, Aaron Judge isn't a great baseball player, but ultimately, I understand the gripe against Judge is that he does not make big-time plays in big-time moments.
Yeah, which kind of sucks when you're the face of the MLB.
Sure. Yeah, which is why, in my opinion, the face of the MLB will become Junior Caminero, because I think Junior Caminero is a guy who feeds off of that. I think he feeds off of it, and I think he's going to be the next face of the MLB. He's only 22 years old, and it's like, yeah, it's cool. Judge will hit 55, 60 home runs, whatever. But Junior Caminero, you're down 3-2 with runners in scoring position. He's going to be the guy that hits a base clearing double while Aaron Judge hits a pop. Why are you making that stupid face?
Because you're glazing another Rays player.
But he's not just a Rays player.
I can tell baseball season is close.
He's not just a Rays player.
You're getting in your homer bag.
Yeah, I would say, okay, Bobby Witt MVP.
Yeah, totally fine. I got a feeling about Gunnar Henderson.
Yeah, Gunnar Henderson's kind of a dude, huh? That was pretty impressive. By the way, somebody asked, they said, Unk sleeping, Sevy shoved. Yes. What I meant was, or what I said, I thought was, I didn't trust Severino. That's why I bet the USA. When all of our friends and everybody we know were hammering the DR because their lineup is so nasty. I trusted Skeens. I didn't trust Severino, but I was wrong. Severino shoved. I think he allowed like 5 or 6 hits, but only 2 runs. Well, I think he must have allowed. No, he allowed 1 run, and then Gregory Soto came in and allowed a home run to Roman Anthony. I want to talk about Roman Anthony for a second.
Yeah, can I go first? I'll make it really quick. To everyone saying Aaron Judge almost hit a home run, almost only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades. Miss me with that shit.
I have heard that before. Yeah, you know what? I'm not giving him that shit. I'm not giving him any credit for that. Nobody gets a credit for almost hitting a home run. I'm so with you on that. And I'd say that even if it was fucking Junior Caminero or Jonathan Aranda. Nobody gets credit for almost hitting a home run. No.
Yeah, I'm good on that. But the throw was a great throw. He made a great
throw. You're right.
That's what I watch Aaron Judge for.
So yeah, Boston Sports Store. Jeff's gonna hate Roman for years to come. That is true. I think I've told you this story before, but I'll say it again. My old roommate in Orlando. You remember our buddy Serge? He's from Tampa. Family diehard Tampa Rays fans. We went to games with him, and he had a little cousin who was a Rays fan. But the little cousin loved Big Papi. I mean, who doesn't love Big Papi?
Yeah.
And so we went to a Rays Red Sox game, which was always, even when the Trop, like, I mean, this is like fucking, I don't know, probably 15 years ago. Big Papi comes to the plate, and the little kid, who's probably 7, 8 years old, turns around. He can't even watch it. Can't even watch Big Papi. That's how much he's like, I can't believe he's going against the Rays. And I feel it. I get it. I hate that. Roman Anthony might be the next Big Papi.
No,
and I don't mean at all like similar players.
Style, I know.
I can't hate this guy. I can't hate this guy. And I hate that this guy is going to be playing in the AL East for years to come. Because I don't know, the Red Sox have fucked up before with Mookie Betts trading him away, but I don't think Roman Anthony is going to be like a Pete Alonso where the Mets fuck that up and he leaves, or like Juan Soto leaving, or I don't know, any of these other guys leaving. Roman Anthony just seems like a Red Sox guy. He seemed just like Manny did, Papi did. Like, this guy's going to be here forever. That's what I think. I think he's going to be a Red Sox his entire career. Things could change, but holy shit, dude! He's 21 years old.
Yeah, he's sick.
He is absolutely disgusting. So I know people have already suggested bets for him. I think one of them was home runs. It was like 25 plus or 30 plus or something. I don't know, man. I was thinking RBIs, but then everybody was telling me that he's like batting not lead off, maybe second or something. So that's not a good play. But yeah, not excited about having him in the AL East.
One thing I'll say about the game yesterday, it was a perfect example of the type of game where people say, like, if you don't like a defensive battle, you don't like baseball. This was the perfect game for that. Like, it was 2-1, soared under, tons of action yesterday. Fun game. DR had their chances. I mean, I feel like the DR had a runner in scoring position with one out over 4 times, right?
Yep.
I mean, it felt like almost every inning they had a guy on second or third with one out. So yeah, the DR had plenty of fucking chances, and it was an awesome game.
Yeah, great game. The World Baseball Classic rocks, and I did fall asleep, but I made it to 6 innings. But then I caught up this morning on Twitter, and it was electric. But yeah, I heard that. I heard the ump definitely.
Oh, I saw. Yeah, he's an American hero. I saw that tweet.
So the final is going to be, I think Wilyer Abreu had a home run for to beat Italy. Is that right? Didn't pronounce that. Was it Venezuela beat Italy? Is it U.S. Venezuela? Can somebody help me out here? I don't remember exactly what happened with the other matchup. No, they play tonight. Oh, well, what am I missing then?
Italy, USA. That's what we want.
Oh, they beat Japan. Got it. They beat Japan. Yeah, Italy, USA would be awesome. What is the line on that? If
no idea.
Has it handy. Yeah, no, I know you don't. Hold on, let me go. Got it right here. Ooh, Venezuela's minus 180. Holy shit. Venezuela, Japan was a banger. That's right. So Venezuela.
Wait, is Venezuela who has Acuna Jr.? They are, right?
Yeah, they got to be.
Minus 180.
Wasn't on. Who's on Italy? The funny thing about Italy is like none of them are Italian.
Yeah. I saw all the stuff about Austin Wells being Dominican. It was hilarious.
Absolutely hilarious. Yeah. Acuna, Salvi, etc. We want the rematch. Team is stacked. Who's pitching? That's what I want to know.
I take it back. Like, I understand why Italy, USA is more fun. Venezuela, USA would absolutely be a better baseball game.
Dude. Yeah. Also, just in general, I think the Venezuelans like atmosphere, because it's going to be in Miami, right? I mean,
yes.
Come on.
Great.
That would be fucking electric. The Italy team has an espresso machine at the dugout, 1,000,000%. Yeah, Nola for Italy. Okay. Nola for Italy. And my favorite Dominican.
Caglione, the dude from Florida. The dude on the Royals from Florida.
He's on Italy?
Yeah, he was a rookie last year.
Keter Montero. Oh, he's on the Tigers. Oh, my God. Is it a sign that I'm wearing this?
Yes. No.
I think I want Italy first 5.
Really? Okay, I don't hate that.
Well, Aaron Nola How ancient is Aaron Nola, by the way? Is Phil Zutley in here? He's our Phillies guy. He's only 32. He's okay.
That's who's pitching for Italy?
That's what they said.
Aaron Nola.
Yeah, that's what they said. Let me see if I can click Pickett and it'll tell me.
I'll tell you this right now. If you bet Italy first 5 and you hit it, which I hope you do, I'll live bet Venezuela.
Michael Lorenzen out.
Okay.
Out on Michael Lorenzen. How about first 5 over? How about that?
I could try to get my Yurfie lick back. I missed yesterday. Obviously, I don't even know if that had any life.
Yeah. I don't know either. What's that?
You like a Yurfie?
Yeah, I like runs early.
Let's take a Yurfie, dude. Let's take a Yurfie.
Is pitching, I'm pretty sure. Yep. Aaron Nola either going to go 5 shutout innings or won't make it out of the first. Right. All right.
Wait. Sorry to interrupt. Do you think there's a bet for over 1.5 runs in the first inning or something juicy to get us to like plus 250 and make it the Sunday Steak special?
Yeah.
You think there's somewhere out there that will have that?
Yeah, but I don't want to make that a Sunday Steak special. I think that should just be like a fun POD of yours.
Okay. Sounds like something we both like, though.
I know, but the first 5 over should be the Sunday Steak special.
You mean just put it in the Sunday Steak special?
Yeah.
I was trying to find a way to make something plus 200 or higher so it could be the Sunday Steak.
Yes, I got it. That is actually really fun.
We'll think about it. We'll figure it out.
Okay. All right. That sounds good. Let's recap some conference tournament action from the weekend, and then we'll take a quick piss break, and then we'll talk brackets here. So let's see. Where should we start? I know
probably Saturday. I don't think we need to do Friday, but we could recap Saturday because there was obviously some championships on Saturday and then a couple on Sunday. So I feel like those are 2 good days to do.
All right, let's go back and talk Saturday. Saturday is when Vanderbilt upset Florida and Michigan beat Wisconsin by 3, and I had to stand on business. Are you proud of me, by the way? Did you see what happened? I know you were out and about, but
I saw what happened. You took Duke money line for 5 units.
No, that was another thing. Michigan, I took them first half. I said if they don't cover the first half, I will double down on the second half. Michigan was up in the second half by 15. The line was 7.5, and I had Dan at T Squared. Shout out Dan if you're watching the show. Dan at T Squared and BK come up to me and say, "Dude, good bet." That's what they said to me. You want to know what happened? You want to know what happened after that?
I know what happened. That guy Austin Rapp went absolutely insane, right? He hit like 5 threes.
Was it Rapp or was it somebody else?
Maybe I have the name wrong.
I have to go.
It was Rapp. Somebody hit 5 or 6 threes in a row.
Yeah, you're right. I thought it was Bill Balakas, but no, you're right. Rapp 6 for 10 from 3, 18 points. Unfucking believable. This team could not miss. Yeah, it was Rapp. He could not miss, and I think it ended up going from 54-19 to Wisconsin up 56-55 or something like that.
Yeah.
Once those fucking assholes came over and said, "Good bet, man." Look, I'm not into the jinxes so much. Like, you can't tweet something, like you can't be like, "Oh, just say Michigan woke up." If you say Michigan woke up or something, I'm not going to be like, "Dude, shut the fuck up." But if you directly tell someone they made a good bet when there's 14 minutes left in the second half of the call,
insane,
asshole.
Insane.
Asshole.
When they're calling you out for mushing their golfers, that's insane behavior.
Yeah, well, BK not as much, but Bogey Party is another story. He's an elite level of don't mush my golfers. But oh no, actually, now that I think about it, BK had Thor Bjornsson, and Thor was making a run Saturday, and I said, "Oh, you know what? I'm gonna jump on Thor live." And BK, I didn't even know that he heard me. He turned around and he said, kind of like in a soft voice, he said, "If you go anywhere near Thor, I will fucking kill you." In GTA. I thought that was very funny. He was dead
in the game, of course.
Yeah, right. A Game of Force. I didn't touch Thor. I was like, all right, I respect how psychotic you are about that.
Yeah.
But let's get back to it.
Real quick, let me give So Daddy his quick 30-second Chicago review. Cool?
Yeah, go ahead.
Chicago is the best city in America. That's my opinion. It's like a clean New York City. I also love New York City. Chicago fucking rocks. It has literally everything. It has any type of thing you want to come do. You want to take your girl on vacation, you can come here and do that type of vacation. It's the best, one of the best, if not the best, sports cities in America. It has good food. It has literally everything, except sometimes it's very cold, which I'll get over. But Chicago in the summer, when the weather's nice. Like we came for that Wrigley game with the boys, and we were literally saying like nothing beats this. Rooftop in Chicago and the weather's nice, hour before a Chicago Cubs game. Nothing in America beats it, in my opinion. Best city.
Yeah, I'll second that. Growing up, my dad, my grandfather, and like 6 of my dad's friends and myself would go to one Notre Dame game a year. We'd go to a home game. We would fly into Chicago, and we did it from I was I don't know, maybe like 8 years old all the way till probably my early 20s. So we had a long stretch. You know, it was tradition every year. The one year that I had to miss, it was when I was playing football and we had a huge game. It was a rivalry game. And that's when Notre Dame beat Michigan and stormed the field, which fucking sucked that I wasn't there for that one. But go figure. That's just how my life is sometimes.
Yeah.
I fell in love with Chicago. Fell in love with it. In my opinion, I'm with you, but I haven't been back really since I've been like an adult. My wife and I went for Lollapalooza, which was awesome. We saw The Cure. It's one of my favorite bands, but I was going to go once for my birthday. She had a trip planned to go to a Cubs game. It was like 116 degrees. It was one of the hottest days on record. Yeah. So don't go to Chicago in like fucking July. But I'm glad that you love Chicago that much because you and I collab on that as well. However, I will say one of the biggest FOMO days I've had is that Chicago day after the draft when you went to Sunday Night Baseball. That looked absolutely awesome. So we got to make it back to Chicago. If not once, maybe even twice. That would be a city I'd double up on. So shout out to
before, but to anyone who gets to experience it, American Airlines Club at Wrigley is the best club I've ever been into at any stadium ever.
Good feedback. Good feedback. And I'm trying to think. I've never been to the United Center where the Bulls and the Blackhawks play. Have you?
Yes.
Any good is
I guess
kind of shit.
Like you feel the history kind of thing. Like I'm not going to shit on it, but is it like incredible? No.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So back to Saturday. Arkansas beat Ole Miss in overtime. Great game. Ole Miss. I put it in the article, but I took them with the points. They were just a hot team. Sometimes in hot teams, you just click the button. Purdue beat UCLA that day by 7. They were 7.5. I think they were 6.5. So depending on what number you got there, good job. I played the first half under with a get back parlay, which I desperately needed after fucking Michigan. Arizona Houston was awesome. Awesome game. This one was Saturday night. I think I ended up taking Arizona, and I told myself, like, listen, I get in holes early all week. I'm digging myself out. I looked at this matchup, and I respect Houston, but I remember watching Houston and just saying, like, I just don't really think they're that team. They're missing something. I know Kingston Flemings is really, really good, and you have been on Arizona. I mean, you've been telling me Arizona is probably your pick to win the national championship, and I respected that. I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I don't care who's on what. I don't know what Trent's on. I don't know what Betting Queen's on. I don't know if the line's short. I'm just going to sack up and take Arizona. Very sweaty. Very sweaty. They were up big. Houston came back, clawed back, but they got some guys who can make some big shots. I don't think
they're the best team in the country. They were the best team in the country potentially before the injuries to Duke and Michigan, but with the injuries to Duke and Michigan, Arizona is the best team in the country. I feel very confident when I say that.
Yeah, I have absolutely no pushback. There was another game here that we wanted to talk about. Hold on, I'm scrolling. Oh yeah, wait, before we get to that, I think I passed St. John. St. John's absolutely dominated UConn. UConn was 3-point favorites, I think, in the rematch in the Garden. And you know what was funny? Kyle and BK were telling me, they're like, Degen, you know how you say when a golfer looks like he's getting a lot of respect, like the line's weird, you know, you think he'd be 80-1, but he's 50-1. They felt this way about UConn. They were like, why is UConn only -3.5? I was like, what do you think it should be?
They have St. John's blinders on then, unfortunately, because that's not a correct statement. That's not too much respect for UConn. UConn would always be favored. I would think.
No, not too much respect. They thought the line was short.
Oh, it is short. It was, yeah.
Yeah. They said they thought the line should have been 5.5.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. You explained that weird, but yes, I agree with him. Yeah. I agree.
Yeah, and I was thinking to myself, well, it's a neutral, but it's also not, because it's St. John's home court, but like UConn fans come in for the Big East tournament, so it was still going to be a raucous atmosphere regardless. St. John's, man, you know, I said that team ain't winning shit. I hate to be a prisoner of the moment. I know they're not your pinky team; they're your body hair wig team. You nervous at all? You're not overreacting?
I'm not fucking nervous about 5 St. John's. I think they got hosed,
Yeah.
5 seed is insane. I agree, Boston Sports Dork, and I agree with you, Wispy Salt. Well, 2 for UConn's kind of crazy when you're thinking about it. Like, what are we doing? Why'd you play that tournament? If St. John's could win it and get a 5 and UConn was always going to get the 2, what was the tournament for? I don't understand it. I know the Big East sucks, but I thought that was kind of crazy. The Big East this year was awful, absolutely awful to watch. I still thought at minimum St. John's deserved a 4 seed.
Well said. I have nothing more to add. It is actually bizarre that you can win the Big East in the way you did, and you are a 5 seed. But we'll talk about brackets a little bit more if anybody's respecting St. John's or not. Thanks everybody who tuned into the Pickett Show yesterday. That was fun, and thank you to Snowman, W Snowman. Akron beat Toledo. Toledo was up in this game double digits for most of it. Akron comes back and wins.
Good question, actually, by Panhandle Better here. What's your opinion? If UConn wins the tournament and Florida loses like they do to Vanderbilt, do you think they would have given UConn the 1 seed? I'm going to say no.
No.
You think yes?
Well, if they don't respect the winner of the Big East tournament by not even giving St. John's a higher seed, then maybe they wouldn't have bumped UConn from a 2 to a 1. Is that what you're saying?
Pretty much.
Yeah. No, I guess that makes sense.
And then you see the SEC, dude. The SEC had is it 11 teams with Texas or 10? Something crazy. There's so many SEC teams in.
Yeah, at least Auburn didn't get in, but I haven't seen too much.
Right. You saw Bruce Pearl? You saw Bruce Pearl? They let this motherfucker back on TV to cry some more after the selection Sunday to bitch more about Auburn not being in. I just lost all respect for that guy. I lost all respect for any dude who goes on TV to politics some more for his son's 16-loss fucking team to get in the tournament. I can't even believe this bitch crying on TV again. Fuck Auburn. Fuck Bruce Pearl. I don't fuck with this guy.
I actually didn't see that. I must have missed it.
He was doing it some more crying. They were like, and now let's go to Bruce Pearl, who will whine like a bitch some more about his son's team. Yeah, dog, give me a
break. Does his son have any credentials?
Sports clown. I want him to shut the fuck up.
Oh, I know. Dude,
I don't not support his son. I want him to not show absurd favoritism towards his son and act like it's covering sports unbiased. It's bullshit. I don't give a fuck. Let's let every dad talk about their son and how their team should be in if Bruce Pearl gets to do it. Let's let fucking every dad in America tell us how their son's 16-loss team should be in the tournament for whatever fucking reason. Fuck this guy.
I'm glad you say it because you're a parent, but I feel the exact same way. I hate nepotism in the workplace, and I hate it in sports so much. Everybody's like, what do you want him to say? It's his son. Fuck that, man.
I want him to say nothing. Shut the fuck up.
Exactly. Oh, God. It's just like the same shit with people are like, you don't think it's cool LeBron plays with his son? No. Why are you showing me that can again? You know how much
it's getting geeked up, dude.
Oh, good. So it's working.
Yeah. Might give me like a long-term illness, but
that's
it's a risk I'm willing to take.
Yeah, that's good. Anyways, Arkansas wins the SEC. I like this team. I hope they didn't blow their load. I always wonder that sometimes if a team kind of has a nice little run in the conference tournament, if that's good or bad for them. You want momentum, you want to play well, but then you also have the opposite angle of like, ooh, it's kind of, you get that loss, you get pissed off, maybe like a little Michigan State, and use that as momentum to go into the big tournament. So we'll talk about that in a second, but we are on to Sunday. VCU beat Dayton, Penn beat Yale, and then the big one was Purdue beat Michigan. Purdue wins outright as a 6-point underdog. Good for them. I have some thoughts on Purdue. I'll give you a positive and a negative. I'll give you the negative first. I don't really think Michigan gave 2 flying fucks about this game. And somebody said last night in the Pickett channel, like, oh, you didn't see Yaxel. He was fired up. He was pissed off, whatever. I'll just tell you, I had Ohio State against Michigan, watched that game as much as I could of it. And then I bet Michigan against Wisconsin and lost that wager. Michigan looked drunk in the first half of that Wisconsin game. They were awful. And I didn't watch a lot of the Purdue game. I was watching golf. I just told myself against Wisconsin, Michigan does not care about this. They have,
that was the same reason I bet Ohio State, right? Same exact I bet Ohio State spread and money line against Michigan the game before.
I saw that. Yeah.
Same exact way you feel.
So I bet that just because I respected Ohio State, frankly, but that's okay. We're on the same side for different reasons.
Yeah.
But yeah. And that's why I even said it. I was like, shit, I like Michigan in the first half against Wisconsin. I kind of wanted to fade Wisconsin. But they were good enough in the first half, and I was like, oh, I really don't want to do this because Michigan looks like they don't want to be here, but I have to do it. And Michigan just still didn't really, they went on a run, but they still just didn't look that interesting. Michigan did not give a fuck about the Big Ten tournament. That's what I think. So I don't want to take too much away from that. However, I do have to give Purdue some credit. They looked like a team that was like, finally, we're ready to put it together. We're ready to play ball and play well. Go ahead.
No, you kind of nailed it. It's like, this is what Purdue looks like when they put it all together. My money's on them not being able to achieve that in the NCAA tournament, but when they put it all together, they don't make a lot of mistakes. They got a bunch of veteran dudes, which everybody knows, and they're a problem if they put it all together. I'm not that nervous, to be honest.
Well, let me tell you, excuse me, a guy that's figuring it out and that could really, really make this team a problem, in my opinion, is Fletcher Lawyer. He's such a bitch.
Mention that he's such a bitch. I'm telling you, man, it's gonna be bad in an Elite Eight
game. But he's experienced. They're all experienced. They've been there for so long. But here's my thing: a hot shooter in the tournament is like a hot goalie in hockey. It's terrifying, and there's nothing you can do about it. He is an assassin from three. That's like literally all he can do. And I don't even think he could do more. I think Trent could do more push-ups than Fletcher Lawyer. Like, he's not a bad motherfucker. He can't bang, but if he's shooting his threes, they become a problem. He was 3 for 4 against Michigan. I think he was like 4 for 9 or 5 for 9 again.
If Purdue loses in the first round, I will become unbearable on.
Oh, I'm with you. I'm with you. But here's the thing. I know we've got
not really with me. I want to be clear. You're not really with me. You're a little bit not with me. It's okay. I'm not like going to say you're not standing on business or anything, but you don't hate Purdue like I hate Purdue. You're starting to kind of even become a little bit of a Purdue guy, which once again is okay, but we're not on the same page here. I think Purdue is absolutely bitch made, and we find that out much sooner than people expect. Just because they won the Big Ten tournament, that didn't affect Michigan's seeding at all, because Michigan knew going into this tournament they were the 1 seed, and it didn't matter at all. Just because they did that, which it is impressive, I'm not taking it away from them. I still think they're bitch made. And I think the only guy that could have any dog in him when it comes down to it is Braden Smith. But I'm not with you on Fletcher Lawyer at all. No BTL today, I don't think, AB.
Yeah, well, just to be clear, I'm not going to bet Purdue to do anything. I don't want Purdue to do anything. And I still despise Purdue. So, like, I'm with you in that regard. Our difference is my flashers are on of like, they're starting to do that thing. And there really always is that team. You take the colors off, take the name off the jerseys, that has the talent, that doesn't put it together, and then they start to get right at the right time. Always talk about that. And I'm just worried that it might be them.
Real quick, I want to give some respect to this guy because I watched him a couple times early in the year, and I think I even called him out for just being a clumsy bitch.
Sure.
He's a tough motherfucker. Sure. He's the toughest dude on the team. He is. He deserves credit for sure. He plays hard all game. He does deserve credit.
Sure.
And Kaufman Wren or whatever, he's got a little game too.
Kaufman Wren looks like the guy who like went to basketball camp his whole life. Like, he's just got good fundamentals and everything like that, but he doesn't intimidate me. You're right. Clough, I think MJ said this when I was listening to Ramble, or maybe somebody on Ramble said this. Maybe it was Royal or something, but he's a hard guy to like because of the way he looks. He looks like a big fucking goofball, and he's not like incredibly athletic or anything, but he does the dirty work. Like, Clough does the dirty work, in my opinion. Is it Oscar or Oliver Clough? Oscar Clough?
I think it's Oscar.
So I want to give them their credit, not for beating Michigan, because I don't think Michigan cared. I'm not taking anything away from that game. From when I watched them play in the tournament, I thought they looked better. And if Fletcher Lawyer is finding his shot and getting cocky and getting confident, that concerns me too, as someone who does not like Purdue. So they are my flashers are on, but that second round of Missouri and Miami, I think it's going to be a very, very tough round of 32 game for them. And I think that might be the perfect segue, Steak. We got 200 in here on Twitch on a Monday. Good to see you all. Appreciate it. If you're on the Book It Sports YouTube channel, like and sub. Kyle the Whaler, I used to root for Purdue. Long story, but this is what they do. They put a run together, get the fans buying again, and then they break your heart. Yeah, I'm just not even a Matt Painter guy either. If I like their coach, I could probably come around to it. I never liked Matt Painter. Never liked Brad Underwood. So I'm out on that.
Also, Crezo, in case this is directed at me, I actually had a Purdue Natty ticket that year. The year they played UConn. I was all over Purdue that year.
You were. That's right. I remember that. Jock Cheese 25, the new follow. Welcome. Okay. Should we talk bracket?
We should talk bracket. I think that's the only thing left to do.
Let's instead of talking bracket, let's talk actual like matchups and spreads. How about that?
Yeah.
All right.
But do you have a bracket you could pull up that you can click in? You know, I wouldn't hate seeing where we're getting. Like, we're gonna talk matchups and spreads, but can you also enter in the winner so we can see where we're getting?
I don't know where. I don't know. I don't.
Okay, we'll do that. We'll do that tomorrow then. Deal. Tomorrow we're gonna actually fill out a bracket.
Yeah, that's good because we have 2 days.
Correct.
Let's hold on. Let's go to March. You want to talk first 4?
Sure. No.
Yeah, let's wait. Let's wait.
Those
right?
day off.
Yeah, let's wait. All right, let's talk about the first game up. This game is awesome. Biev, are you still here? Is Jovan here? Anybody from Book It here? Do you know a single person that isn't picking the Florida upset Louisville? We'll talk about it. Justin Fields to the Chiefs, no fucking way. You can do it on ESPN. Yeah, but I don't know how to do like the actual. The one I do is for CBS, and I don't love the website. So we'll do it tomorrow.
Damn.
Let's go.
Justin Fields to the Chiefs is kind of hilarious.
Hilarious. I'm gonna pull up Pickett.
Immediately their second best running back.
You should tweet that right now.
I had a feeling.
Retweet the underdog thing and said Justin Fields becomes the Chiefs' second best running back. That's a good one. Over under 27.5 likes.
This is so funny.
Did you see there's a thing that keeps commenting on how many you can bet on how many views a tweet gets? Do you see that?
That's scary to me.
That's hilarious. Yeah, Book It's on spring break. That's very funny. Is that true? No, they're going to Miami, but their flight's delayed, I think. BTL update.
We're going to the World Baseball Classic. I think that sounds fucking awesome.
Can you tell me what that says? Is that the Goots? That's the Goots.
The real Goots. Your name should be the real Goots Hall, and then everybody will know that it's the real Goots Hall. We got imposters around here.
That's true. There's a couple Goots in here. Yeah. No BTL this week. The squad is heading to Miami for the WBC final and to Atlanta to sweat out the madness. Keep an eye out for IRL streams on the Book It Sports Twitch. Yep. I think Steak and I are gonna collaborate. I think we're gonna put together a week's worth of content. I have I think so. Corn, we'll be in touch. I have an idea, and while I'm here, chat, do you think that boots on ground in Dayton first 4 with Miami of Ohio, SMU would be a good time? Because I think it sounds like a pretty good time with Miami of Ohio being the story that they are. Has anybody been to Dayton for the first 4? I've never been to Dayton. I stopped in Columbus with my wife when we went to
is Brinks here? You hear Brinks?
Oh yeah, where the fuck is Brinks? Yeah. You have? How is it? I'm just going to win outright. See, that's what I kind of want to do. I want to Captain Hook says it's a great time, not for the first 4, but I have been to Dayton. Interesting. I think sweating out a Miami of Ohio ticket, which I'm going to tell you, money line and spread, Miami of Ohio playing in Dayton of Ohio sounds like a really good time.
Well, let me get this straight. That game is Wednesday?
It's Wednesday night.
At 9:15.
Yeah.
You're going to be up late.
Well, it's a time change, but yeah.
Kills
I
me.
kind of think it would rock. UD Arena is nice. You know, I was wondering, it had to be nice if they host the fucking first 4 there.
What should be my price limit? If I look right now, they'll refund me for my outgoing ticket to Nashville. What should be the price over under for a ticket to Dayton that I should do and not do? Like if I can get there one way, because obviously I have to fly home from Nashville. 2 racks, little shoot 'em up.
Don't listen to him. He's hopped up.
Little shoot 'em up. Yeah, he's all hopped up on lean.
I mean, like, I would think you could get a ticket for.
I was gonna say $500 over
one
under.
Way?
I mean, we're pretty late, dude.
Yeah, I guess you're right. All right, I was gonna say 280, but I'll bump it up to 340.
Okay, 340. Okay, that's cool.
I think you can get, but basically, here's where I'm at. I think Miami of Ohio is one of the more like fun stories in college basketball. If Miami of Ohio wasn't playing, I probably wouldn't have much interest. But where I'm at, in like this week for me. I just had like 3 deals wrap up. So this week is kind of light. And then I'm going to start getting busy again after the Elite Eight and everything. So I have this window to really take advantage. So I'm just thinking like boots on ground, Dayton, Ohio, Miami of Ohio, SMU with a money line Miami of Ohio ticket would be awesome.
Exactly. But then how early, I'm just trying to think if maybe I could pull this off. How early would we have to head to Nashville to drive to get there in time to watch?
Like 7.
7 a.m. and we'd be okay.
And for me, that's okay because I wake up at like 5:45 as it is.
For me, that's okay, dude. I'm a dad.
Yeah. So kind of all sounds like it might work out. And then Nashville for circa day 1, downtown or somewhere Nashville day 2. Although I don't really want to go to like the Austin, if it's like an Austin, like 6th Street, not really my kind of vibe. But I think Cornfield said something about the Barstool Bar, like something else or anything. But I think something like that would be very fun. Then what I was thinking, and I know you wouldn't do this, I'll see you in DC. I want to end it in Philly, not for round 1, but for round 2, because they play Sunday. I'll see if my wife wanted to join me and go to the games in Philly. Because dude, the round 2 game,
you're really getting into it. Because
well, that's what I'm saying, man.
That we're going to the Elite Eight.
Well, yeah, I mean we're gonna go to the Elite Eight too, but it's like a Tour de March of like a Wednesday to Sunday.
You're making me feel even more like I should be coming to Dayton for one day.
Kind of think you should, man.
I don't
want to pressure you, but
I've been glazing Miami of Ohio, man, and I think
you have.
I think Brinks would meet us.
Just call him Jeff March now. I think the Tour de March could be a very fun Wednesday to Sunday. Capitalize, boots on ground wherever we can, content. And you know who should sponsor it? What is that thing that you have taken that I've asked you about where it prevents you from getting a hangover or it helps subside? Z-Biotics.
We took them this trip.
And they work?
Fuck yeah, they work.
All right. Who's got a contact? Jeff Izzo. I love that. Who's got a contact at Z-Biotics?
Yeah, I'm telling we need a promo code.
Oh yeah, promo code first. Pedialyte, that's a good one.
Yeah.
You know what? That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pick up the fucking phone. I'm going to get somebody at Z-Biotics on the phone. I'm going to tell them they can sponsor Tour de March. Then that's what's going to happen. But Miami of Ohio outright in Dayton sounds like a good time.
All right, well, I got this long flight delay, so I'll look into it when we get off this stream. Okay.
All right. Sounds good. Let's get into it. It's 11:10. Sorry for the sidetrack there. Hold on one second. Quick corp text. Okay. First game. What a game. 8-9. TCU and Ohio State. Biev versus Jovan. Awesome game.
And Trent. And Desmond Bain.
I do have to pull up the openers, but I'm going to show you the picket splits here. Got $30,000 wagered on this game right now. I think somebody said Ohio State opened up 4. I don't know if that's accurate or not. Let me get this looking right on the screen. There we go. Bang. And there's money coming in on TCU. I got to tell you, I've got Ohio State 10,000 to 1 or something like that to win it all. 1,000 to 1. Not happening. But they look good. That is the CLV of the fucking tournament. The problem, Steak, is that TCU looks good. I think Ohio State could lose this game, but I'm not betting against it. I'm not betting against the Buckeyes. I'm just not. This could be the game of round 1, in my opinion. Agree or disagree?
Agree. Very good matchup. Very fun game. 2 hot teams, just like my our guy BA Man Sports says. Bricks for breakfast. I'll definitely be taking bricks for the first game of the tournament. I'll tell you that right now. I'm taking the under. I haven't decided on the side yet. I'm leaning Ohio State. Seems not from these picket splits, even though picket splits are, like I always say, a little sharp. I think Ohio State will become pretty public, but I like the under the most, and then I lean Ohio State after that.
So total's 147.5. Well, I'm sorry, 146.5.
I'm just making sure no weird stuff with my
No,
flight.
you're
like,
good.
oh, back up to its original time.
No way we're Vic lapping that CLV. Absolutely, we're Vic lapping that CLV. That's what you do with CLV. What are you talking about? Team has no shot. LOL. Biev to deactivate -1000. Yeah, Biev will. See, okay, I got a question for you. And again, I don't know if Biev is in here or not, but Biev bets his favorite teams all the time. Doesn't matter who's playing. Max Brosner can be quarterback. He just bets his favorite teams, which is behavior we don't condone. You should separate emotional and financial investments. But if you're an Ohio State fan, why bet this? You should not bet this game. It's essentially a coin flip. You could lose it. You've got, I don't know what the implied odds are.
You're giving advice too.
I'm just saying though, in all seriousness, if there was ever a game you should not bet, it's Ohio State TCU. This is a great game.
He'll be betting it.
Well, I'm not saying if he is or isn't.
Oh, I'm with you. I'm with you. I think we're just always on the same page when it comes
to Hey, Max Prosper beat the Lions. What are you on about? Very funny.
That's incredible, by the way. I think a Lion fan, unfortunately, should be reminded of that for the rest of their lives.
Yeah, I don't disagree. All right, let's go to Troy, Nebraska. Nebraska looking to win their first tournament game in the school's history. I kind of like this Nebraska team. They're 12.5, 13-point favorites against Troy. I really don't know anything about Troy. A lot of red here, but you can probably tell the difference between Troy and Nebraska. A lot of bets and money on Troy with the spread here, according to Pickett. We talked about it last night, and I said on this side, it felt like either Nebraska or, let me pull it up where they are. Nebraska or Vanderbilt was going to lose outright. And so we started to have this conversation of what would be the trendier dog. Would it be McNeese getting 11.5? We'll talk about them later. Or would it be Troy getting 13.5?
McNeese will be the trendier dog, but both dogs will be very trendy. Nebraska, I don't know how the rest of this tournament's going to go for them, but I know that they are going to belt Troy. This will not be a fun sweat for anyone looking for their upset March Madness or an outright winner. Nebraska is going to dominate this basketball game and win by a lot of points. Yeah.
All right, here's what I'm going to do.
Dog, I like you. I'll say that.
Here's what I'm going to do. I pulled out a notebook for my credenza this morning, and I didn't realize this is the notebook I have, but I kind of like it. It's one that's like divided in half. I got Jeff and I got Steak, and I'm going to write our thoughts for each game. Okay.
Sure.
So Steak, what did you say again in Ohio State?
Ohio State under?
OSU, TCU. You said bricks for breakfast. And then Nebraska belt.
Yep.
What's the abbreviation for that? BTA, right?
Yeah. Or you could do B2A.
No. Ohio State's a no bet. OSU, TCU. I'm gonna just put love of the game. That's one you just watch for the love of the game.
Oh yeah, I like that.
This one I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say Nebraska rolls. That's what I'm gonna say. Nebraska rolls. What are you laughing about?
Nothing. Absolutely fucking nothing.
Jesus with a funny comment. Okay, next game. Let's go to South Florida and Louisville.
Yeah.
This is, I love fading these obvious totals. Did not work out with Illinois, Wisconsin. It did work out with Louisville, SMU. This is the game I look at, and I think every single person is going to be on this over. Pickett is showing that it's about 165.5 across the board. You've got Louisville at 5.5. Down on the, actually, we won't say the name of the book. I don't even know what that is. I think it's ESPN. But anyways, here are the splits. Pickett sharps 49K on this game, which is more than the first two games we talked about. All over USF, Steak. All over them.
Yeah, people love USF.
Really?
Yeah.
Should they?
Yeah, they're awesome. And Louisville's obviously not been anything special down the stretch, or pretty much all year. I don't know about Michael Brown. People like USF.
Well, USF is 25-8. They're 9-3 on the road. They're 10-0 in their last 10, 8-2 ATS in their last 10.
Read the comments, man. Read the last 7 comments.
All right, hold on. I'm going to say obvious over. Read the comments. Our Louisville Cardinals. That's right. Thank you. Bulls outright. Trent Jr. looks different today. You do something with the beard or hungover. He's talking about me or you?
Me. I'm Trent Jr. Dude, you didn't know that?
No.
My beard
I didn't.
looks good. Yeah, I'm Trent Jr. That's what they're calling me on Twitter these days.
Oh, yeah. With wish USF got a different matchup. Louisville is going to learn who Isaiah Nelson is, and it's going to be ugly. Wow. Louisville will be in the Sweet 16, says Ramble. That's kind of bold. Okay. So what I'm picking up that I believe you're throwing down is you like our Louisville Cardinal in a bit of a contrarian spot.
I like our Louisville Cardinal. I have no choice. So I was going to back Louisville Cardinal with whoever they played. Nervous for all the excitement for USF. We'll see. Some of these trendy dogs are obviously going to hit. They're not all going to lose like it seems like they did last year. I do not think that's happening again this year to that degree. So I'm taking Louisville. I have to take Louisville.
All right. I'm going to put Louisville, but nervous for you.
Money habits, that's 100% correct. As a Floridian, I agree.
Yep. TMC says I'm on the over like Ville. Yeah. No problem there. I mean,
Your under read is giving me that Oklahoma State under-ish read a little bit.
Like the square over is going to cash.
Yeah,
fair. Okay, very fair. You know what? I'm done betting unders. Can you please chat you as well? Please hold me accountable. I'm only betting first half unders. Done with the full game bullshit. Okay. I know you're not happy with it. I don't care. You never get cute. I'm getting cute. Okay, like that fucking makeup filter you got. All right, let's go back. High Point, Wisconsin. I don't know anything about High Point, but I got eyes on Wisconsin quite a bit recently.
Mm-hmm.
They're a very interesting team. I want to like them, but I also feel like they're a team you shouldn't like. Like they're toxic. I feel like the Wisconsin Badgers are toxic. Like they're not good for you. Stay away from them. But they can be fun. Nick Boyd can be fun. But they also rely too much on the three. And if their shots ain't falling, they're fucked.
Yeah.
You know? So Pickett Sharp's like High Point.
Yeah, it looks like so far from what we've seen, Pickett Sharp's like under a lot of the underdogs.
Mm-hmm.
On the spread, at least. So I'm pretty sure they like Troy, they like South Florida, and they liked High Point.
So I was going to ask, do you think this total being high makes sense for the type of team Wisconsin is, but is High Point that team? And by the way, High Point is 30-4, 10-0 in their last 10. I'm going to go to their past results. They just scored 91, 75, 81. Yeah, they go over a lot. Yeah, they're 20-11 to the over on the year. Okay, so that total makes sense.
Huh. You know that Marilyn Monroe quote that's like, if you don't love me at my worst, you don't deserve me at my best.
Oh, yeah, I love it. It's a great quote.
Wonderful quote. I kind of feel like this with Wisconsin, but in the complete opposite. I think everybody now who's been watching the most basketball they've watched all year has seen Wisconsin at their best. And so they're thinking this is Wisconsin, and I just don't know that you're going to keep getting Austin Rapp going on runs where he hits 6 threes and scores 18 points in a row, or they're going to keep hitting the three like that. I know a couple people will point out that they shoot the three the most or highest of anyone in the country, or top 10, something like that. And I totally understand the way they're falling has been crazy. I'll take High Point in this game with the spread for sure.
Okay, so for you, I put Wisconsin is the Marilyn Monroe quote, but opposite.
Thank you.
Yep, that's good. Okay.
If you've only watched me at my best, wait till you watch me at my worst.
That's beautiful. Yeah, I like that. Dave Martinez says Wisconsin is very good as a dog. As a favorite, not so much. Wisco fan who's watched all year. Okay. I like those nuggets. Wisconsin always has voodoo magic in the Big Ten tournament. Yeah. Yeah. These are good. Okay. I'm going to say I'll put High Point. Who did Marilyn Monroe date? JFK?
I think a lot of people think she had a long list. Wasn't Joe DiMaggio in there?
Yeah, High Point. I'll put tail, steak, JFK or DiMaggio. All right. Let's go to the next game. We are now on to the fifth game of the day, Siena and Duke. I don't think we're going to spend too much time on this stake. Duke is 28.5-point favorites. The total is 135.5. Do you think there's anything to be had here? Siena's 23-11. I mean, we know the type of team Duke is. Shout out to 5 units on the money line on Duke. By the way, I know people were very upset with that wager. Won and not covered. RIP to everybody who had Duke -6.5, which is just a total shit wager. So 32-2, Duke comes into the tournament. The real angle that we should talk about is not so much, you and I aren't going to know the fucking matchup between Siena and Duke, but let's talk about this. The 1 seeds who are going to come in to this tournament not sleepwalking and ready to dismantle their opponent. Is Duke that team or are they not that team?
All of the 1 seeds are, in my opinion. I think the sleepwalking is over for Duke's sleptwalk through the ACC tournament. You could argue, and Michigan definitely sleptwalk through a Big Ten tournament. So those are not 2. I would take the sleepwalk. I'm not fading Duke here. I'm 100% not betting this game.
Okay, kind of with you on that.
Betting Siena here is, in my opinion, the definition of too cute. There's a
really
bajillion other games to just know.
Okay, I'm with you. All right, let's move. Fun game here, 3:15, Thursday, March 19th. Vanderbilt against McNeese State. 11.5, total 150. Let's take a look at the picket splits. $41,000 wagered on this game. And this is what we have. You're right. Picket sharps like the dogs. They like the dogs. Well, this is hard for me. I need to know what you think. This is what it comes down to. What type of team is Vanderbilt? Is Vanderbilt, it's kind of like a golfer. It's kind of like a golfer. Like, is Vanderbilt a serious golfer or are they an unserious golfer? Because unserious golfers can still show up and play well from time to time, but ultimately they are unserious. I don't want to lay double digits in a tournament with a team that is not serious. So I need to know, is McNeese live here, or is Vanderbilt actually legitimately a good team and a serious golfer? They are 26-8. They're 6-4 in their last 10. They're 5-5. I do believe they had some injury issues they were dealing with, but their run as of late, the end of the year and going into the conference tournament, they won at Ole Miss. Ole Miss is playing good ball. They won at Tennessee. They beat Tennessee again in the rematch. They beat Florida on a neutral. And then, well, we know it's neutral. And then they lost to Arkansas, who ended up winning the SEC championship game. Are they a serious team? If so, are we taking them?
They're a serious golfer, yes. They're not the most talented golfer. They're not Scotty Scheffler by any means, but they're a serious golfer that I don't think would choke away a 3-stroke lead with 6 holes left or anything like that. I like this Vanderbilt team. I've always liked this Vanderbilt team. Sometimes they make me look stupid. Like immediately after I glaze them, they lose games in horrible fashion. I bet them yesterday against Arkansas. I love Vanderbilt in this game. I do not like McNeese. I think they'll be one of the trendiest dogs in the tournament. I really like Vanderbilt. Arkansas couldn't miss. Respect to them. I'm not taking anything away from Arkansas, but I wasn't that pissed off by how Vandy played yesterday. They got down 6, kept playing themselves back into it, and Arkansas just kept making their shots. Credit to him. Darius Acuff is absolutely fucking insane to watch. I mean, he is crazy. I feel like the fact that we're not talking about him in the top 5 of the NBA draft yet is nutty, but that's another conversation for another time. I love Vanderbilt here.
You're not going to be able to guess, so I'll just tell you. The last time McNeese State was an underdog. You ready for this?
The last time they played in the NCAA tournament?
No.
Okay.
They played Michigan this year on December 29th. They were 23.5-point underdogs, and they lost by 41.
Wow.
Every other opponent.
That's before Michigan was quite Michigan, so keep that in mind. Like if that game was today, it'd probably be Michigan by more, the spread.
I don't know. Michigan, when they started the year, weren't they statistically one of the best college basketball teams of all time?
Well, when was this game?
December 29th. So it's like game 15.
Oh, no, then ignore me. Sorry. I didn't realize.
That's okay. But, McNeese has been seeing Nicholls State, UTRGV, AMCC, St. Francis or Stephen F. Austin. I always do that. I think Vandy's got skull fuck potential.
Yeah, they do.
So if you think so, I think so. All right, let's talk quickly about Michigan State, 16.5 against North Dakota State. I know nothing about North Dakota State. They're 8-2 in their last 10, 27-7, good record, 10-5 on the road, good road team. And Michigan State's coming off of a loss. So it's January, February Izzo stake. Michigan State is one of my teams to win it all. They're probably, I would say, out of the long shots that I took, Miami, Texas Tech, Arkansas, Michigan State, they have the best odds. So do they get off on the right foot, or do they make it interesting?
Is our boy Mr. March having a good month, or did he lose by double digits to Michigan, go to overtime with Rutgers, and lose early in the Big Ten tournament? I'm just checking.
Oh, you're being facetious.
Yeah, I am. That team has no fucking chance to win it all. Absolutely zero chance. Absolutely zero fucking chance to win it all. Take that ticket and do whatever you want with it. You could do the weirdest shit. You could stick it in this fucking coffee machine at the hotel. I don't fuck that ticket. And this game, do I want to get right to fading Izzo? Not necessarily. It wouldn't be what I do, but man, they have no fucking chance.
Okay. All right. Well, you told me how you really felt. But yeah, I got nothing.
Starter got arrested. Oof.
Who?
Aiden Holloway.
Bama starter arrested. Oh, that's too bad. Jeremy Fears will be center. Okay, a lot of people saying Hofstra. I don't think we talked about them yet.
Talking heads, Auto love to deep throat Izzo. That's what I'm.
Oh yeah.
Both hands. Don't forget the balls. They're doing all that shit with Izzo.
Is John Rothstein a fade? I have not listened to the whole interview on Pardon My Take, but I listened to a few minutes of it this morning. He likes TCU against Ohio State, and he liked, God, I can't remember if he liked High Point or not. He liked Purdue to make it to the Final Four. Possession of weed. We're still arresting people for possession of weed? Oh, I guess Alabama.
Must have been Alabama or Georgia. I got arrested in Georgia for that exact thing.
Jesus, brother. Well, you got to fucking relax.
No, it was a long time ago. I had a blunt in the car and I got arrested. One blunt.
Okay.
Jail in Georgia.
That's crazy, dude.
It is crazy.
Which was more comfortable, jail in the Bahamas or jail in Georgia?
I'm not even joking, jail in the Bahamas. It was like the backwoods of Georgia. It wasn't like Atlanta, or it was like the backwoods of Georgia, country ass jail. It was crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Was your wife there too?
No.
Oh, that's good. That's very good. Okay.
Thank God.
Yeah. Big Rob with a sub bang. He said W board review. Appreciate you, Big Rob. 42 months, the Book It Sports channel.
Jay Wells, Cook County is all I remember. Or Cook County. I don't remember the city.
What city in GA? Yeah, lock him up. Bro got arrested for a pound of shake. Is that what you call it?
Yeah, pound. That's a little different. A little different.
Yeah. Oh, the Holloway
guy. The story is ever changing.
Got it. Let's talk Arkansas, Hawaii. 24-8 Hawaii, 7-3 in their last 10. Arkansas. I'm an Arkansas guy. 15 points seems short. Because that's what it is.
No. I don't think it seems short for a 4 versus 13. Obviously, Arkansas is very trendy right now, and they deserve to be. I didn't think it was short at all. I actually thought when I first saw the bracket, I was like, wow, I'm going to fade Arkansas just because I don't think anybody will be betting Hawaii, and everybody loves Arkansas. They're the sleeper. I think there's a lot of people out there with tickets for them to get to the Final Four, win the Natty. They're awesome, and this spread actually makes perfect sense to me. I don't think it's short in the slightest bit. And I have been seeing people say what Chris Pipkin is saying. I obviously don't know shit about Hawaii, but like I think they have 2 7-footers.
Oh my God.
Something like that. Yeah.
KP says first half over. There are plenty of teams that Hawaii would give serious issues, but this is a horrible matchup for them. Crank it. Don't try and get cheeky and fade Arkansas.
And to be fair, that's exactly what I think this is like the only reason you'd bet Hawaii is because you're trying to get cheeky and fade Arkansas.
Okay. All right. Here's a game worth talking about now that's kind of interesting. I think a lot of people are going to be on VCU, and I have nothing against it. But North Carolina is the 6 versus 11 that I think is going to be a very popular upset, not necessarily on the spread betting, but in brackets. I think a lot of people will have VCU over North Carolina because North Carolina is not sexy this year. And they're a short 2.5-point favorite. This game is at 650. VCU, let's see what VCU has done on the year. They are 27-7, 9-1 in their last 10. North Carolina 6-4 in their last 10. Let's see, who did they lose to? Clemson. 1-point loss to Clemson. But to end the year, North Carolina was playing pretty well. They won 5 of 6 before Duke. The loss, they got their ass blasted against NC State, but it was ACC basketball. So, they beat Pitt, Syracuse. Oh, well, they beat Louisville. They beat Virginia Tech, and they beat Clemson. I think that VCU might be a little fake sharp, but we talked about this on the Pickett channel, and you disagree. You're in on VCU.
No. I don't disagree that they're fake sharp. I'm just going to bet them anyways.
Got it. Okay.
This is the square bet I'm taking, and I can already tell by the way the chat's talking that everyone agrees VCU will be trendy. I want to be clear. I agree. I think VCU will be trendy. So if you're taking notes, it's going to be the trendy team that I bet on.
Yeah, but trendy teams hit. Trendy plays cash in the first round. It happened to me. I actually think VCU.
Last year they were trendy, dude. I took them and they lost in the first round. I forget who they played, but they lost in the first round.
But 2 years ago, didn't they beat BYU or something? Who was the scrappy team? No, it wasn't VCU. Who was a scrappy team from Pittsburgh? It was a team from Pittsburgh. It's like the same colors, but they beat like BYU or something. They had good defense. Who the fuck is the college from Pittsburgh? Duquesne? No. But does anybody remember who I'm talking about?
Okay.
Oh, Robert Morris. Did they? Yeah, they beat BYU. You remember what I'm talking about? That's what I'm talking about, right? Yeah. Good pull. That's kind of right. They were trendy as fuck. And I think I faded that. I was like, I'm gonna fade everybody. Did not have fun. Yeah. They're in Pittsburgh. Okay, that's what it is. Interesting. I forgot. I didn't realize Duquesne was in Pittsburgh. Okay.
Was Drexel in Philly?
Yeah, that would be my guess.
I was going to guess that you were talking about.
Total in that game, by the way, is 154. I'll probably be on UNC there. Calling VCU fake sharp. Texas A&M against St. Mary's. St. Mary's minus 2.5. This is a 7-10 I have absolutely no idea about. Yeah. I don't like Texas A&M. That's all I can tell you. I haven't seen St. Mary's play basketball for 1 second this year. So I'll let you take the charge on this. Very, very I'm sorry, not a high total. I was looking at the wrong game. 147 is the total. St. Mary's minus 2.5 on the blue book.
Give me St. Mary's and just call it simply a line read. I know they're the 7 seed and A&M's the 10 seed, but St. Mary's being favored in this game, I really do think is telling.
Okay, fair enough. Line read. St. Mary's line read. Illinois. Can they be a big favorite that's on upset alert against Penn? They're 23.5 point favorites. Totals 150.
I don't know. Penn's a hot team. They wouldn't be here if they didn't win their conference tournament. So it depends how much you want to buy into that. They had a crazy shot, if I'm not mistaken. Wait, was it Penn who hit the shot to send the game into overtime yesterday? I think it was. But
yeah,
basketball brain would tell you that Illinois could win this game by 40.
I think they're going to.
Yeah,
I think they're going to.
And the spread's a little bit telling you that too. Is Illinois a 3 seed?
Yeah.
This is by far got to be the fattest 3 seed spread, right?
Well, the one across the way is Virginia Wright State, and Virginia is 18.5.
And what'd you say Illinois was? I'm sorry.
23.5. Arkansas is 15, and Kansas is 14.
I do not think 3 seeds are usually 20 plus points favorites over the 4.
I agree with you. Illinois skull. That's what's going to happen.
I'll be honest, though, not sure I'm betting that. I just know for a fact I'm not betting Penn.
Okay. All right. St. Louis and Georgia. I think this is a very, very fun game. I want it to be known that Georgia was my POD largest play last year. I streamed it. I don't know if anybody remembers it. They were playing Gonzaga, and it was not a game from the start. I think Gonzaga opened up hitting their first 10 shots, and they were up 30-4 before it even started. So what'll probably happen is Georgia will now come out in round 1 and do that to St. Louis. But I don't know. St. Louis is a fun team. Georgia's 2.5 point favorite. This is a great 8-9. The winner of this plays Michigan, which will be fun. But Steak, do you have any thoughts on St. Louis, Georgia? Total is high, 170 here.
I'm going to tell you right now, Larry Blurred or Milk Chamberlain or whatever the fuck they're calling him, he's winning in the first round. I don't care what kind of narrative this is. You can call me stupid. I've been the coldest gambler on earth for about 30 to 45 days. So you can take this with a grain of salt. But I think we will absolutely get St. Louis beating Georgia in this game, and we will absolutely get Avila against Michigan. I'm not saying for a second I think that they have a chance to beat Michigan, but do I think we'll get him against Michigan? And to watch that, yes, I would bet my life on it. I'm going to bet my life on it, which is about $500 because that's all I have left. Give me St. Louis in that game. I think, are they -1.5 or are they 1.5 point dogs?
2.5 point dogs.
2.5 point dogs. Money line St. Louis. I'm gonna put it down. Already gonna play it. The second the stream ends, I'm betting it. Larry Nerd. Yeah, there's some good ones out there. Milk Chamberlain goes so fucking hard.
All right. So St. Louis, because the white guy with a lot of nicknames will keep playing basketball.
Whatever.
And mine, I'm going to say Georgia. And my analysis is just because I think the dogs are going to come back and make things right for me a year later. That's what I think. Tony White Pick says Alabama guard Aiden Holloway has been arrested for first degree possession of marijuana, failure to affix a tax stamp.
Someone tell us what that means. We didn't go to college.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck that is. Let's keep moving though. We don't want to get distracted. We're almost done with day one. Then we'll finish strong with day two. Kennesaw State 20.5 point underdogs against Gonzaga. Not Jay Huff, Braden Huff. Apparently, from what I've heard, this guy is dribbling a basketball. He's on the court, but he is out for round one. So he's not playing. Gonzaga's going to be without their best player. Any interest on buying a little bad news? I look at this matchup and I think under. But I don't know. Might be on the wrong side of Gonzaga.
I'm going to be backing Gonzaga in this tournament often. It's not going to be here, though.
Okay. Simple enough. And then Houston against Idaho. 23.5 point favorites, total 136. This just looks like an under game, but maybe that's a little bit of a duping. I don't know that Idaho has like great offense or anything. Don't know shit about them. Do you think this line's a little short?
Potentially. Yeah.
Idaho's 21-14. I mean, that's nothing special.
Yeah. You know what? You might be onto something when you're comparing it to Illinois Penn.
Yeah, exactly. That is a 15-2. All right, let's go on to the next day and see what we like here. First game, Santa Clara Broncos against Kentucky. Steak, are you tapping out? Because I think I've tapped out of fading Kentucky. I can't get on the right side of this fucking team. I've been fading them like crazy, and the one time I bet on them was the first half against LSU, -4.5. They're up 6. LSU with a last-second buzzer beater to fuck me. I think I'm done betting on or against Kentucky, which is probably the time that Santa Clara will win outright. They are 3.5 point dogs, total 160. Are you going to keep fading Kentucky?
Snowman really stuck with me with how everyone's going to fade Kentucky in this spot because of Kentucky, because they lost to Oakland, because it's Mark Pope and he sucks and no one likes Kentucky. So yes, when I first saw the bracket, was I excited because I am a Santa Clara guy? I was. And now am I completely not excited? I'm not excited whatsoever. It feels like fading Kentucky will be a really popular narrative of this first round.
Chat, do you guys agree? I will 6'9" with the 20 stream streak. Appreciate you, I will. Give a little sexy steak while you're in here.
A lot of people are bringing up my bracket challenge. I feel like I got to run it back.
You might have to.
Might have to. A lot of people are bringing it up.
Yeah. I can't do the survivors and the bracket challenges. I appreciate you putting in the grind to organize it, but not my thing. Okay. Let's keep moving. Day two. What a beautiful Thursday, Friday. Can't fucking wait. Akron and Texas Tech. I'm going to put my nuts on the table.
Yes, Matt Polo. In my opinion, they absolutely make the Final Four.
We talked about this last night. I'm a Texas Tech guy, even without Toppin. I think they're a good team. They have lost 3 in a row since beating Iowa State, but they've lost to TCU, who's playing incredibly well. I watched that game. They looked awesome against Iowa State. They lost at BYU. BYU's playing better basketball. And then they got shellacked by Iowa State in the rematch. 3 really good teams. Now they're going to go into this tournament, and they're going to play Akron, who people like. They should like. 29-5. Everybody's been talking about it. Oh, they're much better than Miami of Ohio. They would beat Miami of Ohio's ass. I think it'd be fucking hilarious if Texas Tech just came in and blew the doors off Akron. And I think that's what's going to happen. I think Texas Tech wins this game by 18. Texas Tech stand on business play for me. In the first round.
So this, and I might make it sure before I say this, I think this might potentially be one of the most popular upset picks of the tournament. It might even be top 2 with McNeese. Chat, tell me if I'm forgetting an obvious one, but man, it feels like Akron is just popular, and they're very, very good. Like we said before, they were the team everybody brings up when they tell you that Miami of Ohio sucks. They say Miami of Ohio is not even the best team in their conference. It's Akron. Totally fine. They're good. I'm not hating on them at all. They're going to be super popular. So do I hate your angle as a Texas Tech guy? Not at all.
Okay. Akron, I think, opened in this game. Somebody was telling me like 9 or 10.5, and it's down to 7. So the Sharps love Akron here. You know what? This would be a good game to pull up the picket splits. Let's
that
see.
Too, Captain Hook. Good point.
This is exactly what we expected. 87% of the bets, 93% of the money on Akron. And look at the 50-50 money line. Ooh-wee. I wonder what Alan Dims has.
I'm with you. I'll ride with you.
All right, let's keep moving. Arizona and our Long Island fins up Sharks. The Reef did reach out to me and ask if I was coming to San Diego. I am not going to San Diego. I'm very sorry. The worst possible draw for Long Island. I can't believe it happened. It's so unfortunate.
Well, the worst possible draw for us specifically.
That's what I mean.
Long Island
right,
games,
right. Well, no, for them too. It would have been great if they were in the Northeast. They could have gone to Philly and Buffalo, and there would have been a lot of LIU people there. But
I got a very cool wife, and she was cool with me going anywhere for March Madness, but we've never been to San Diego. That would be a hard sell for her. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Yeah. Well, my wife has to go to Vegas for work next week. So she was like, if you go to San Diego, maybe I'll meet you there before I go to Vegas. And I was like, that's very cool, because we've never been to San Diego. We tried to go to San Diego, but it was raining the whole time. So we switched. But I bitched and moaned when we went to Los Angeles for Greg's birthday, because his best man was like, we're going to LA. I'm like, bro, nobody wants to fly all the way across the country for a 3-day bachelor party. Now, we had a good time, but if I'm going to California, it's not to sit in a gymnasium and watch basketball all day.
I'm really with you, man. I'm really with you.
So
I'm going summer.
I'm out. Now, if I go to Dayton, Ohio, I'm in. If I'm in fucking, whatever. So anyways,
we're on the same page.
I'm taking Long Island with the points. I'm just going to.
Good.
All right. I'm going to. So total 152. Let's move on. Virginia and Wright State. I like Wright State. I'm going to bet on Wright State, but Steak, you have been respecting Virginia for a long time. And I'm curious if you're going to sack up and take them right out of the gate here. 18-point favorites.
No.
Okay.
No.
Move on. Iowa State. All right. I've made a decision. I'm going to tell you right now on stream. This is breaking news.
Wait, real quick before you do that. Virginia, who's the 2 seed in Virginia's bracket again?
Oh, yeah. Virginia, the 2 seed is sorry. Iowa State.
Damn, you got me so excited. Iowa State. Okay. Yeah, I like Virginia's chances. I don't give a shit about them in this game against Wright State, but I like their chances.
All right. Well, I guess what I'm about to say is going to contradict with what you just said.
Good.
I don't trust Tennessee. I don't trust Virginia. I don't trust Kentucky. I think I like Iowa State's chances to roll on here and potentially play Michigan in the Elite Eight and have a chance of the Final Four. And I talked to you about this last night. They're plus 450 to make the Final Four. I feel like that's pretty good value. But I do this every year, and I'm not alone. A lot of us do this every year. We believe in teams like Illinois and Iowa State that they can win it all. And they're always around that 20 to 5-1 number where it's appealing. You put $50, you're winning 1,000. Yeah. And then they get fucking ran out of the gym by somebody. That's what happens. Remember when Illinois that one year played UConn and UConn scored like 30 straight points? I'll never fucking forget it. I'm going to do it one more time. I'm going to buy in on Iowa State. And since I have the bonus bets on DK, I'm going to put, I think I have $118 left. I think I'm going to put 50 on them to make it to the Final Four. Plus 450.
I'm going to bet Virginia, and our paths will cross because Virginia will play Iowa State, and it will be an awesome fucking game. And I like Virginia's chances against Ohio State, not in Ames.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Jay Thorpe, breaking. Jeff likes Gonzaga this year because they lost Gonzaga last year when he was watching. That is absolutely correct. And I want you to understand something, Jay Thorpe. There is a time in this world that is approaching rapidly where AI and computers are going to take over a lot of jobs that humans do. But I want you to know something. That right there, what you just said, that analysis, that cannot be replicated by a computer because AI is going to give you some well thought out, deep dive, doved analytics, some good X and O's matchups. You're not going to get that with me. And that's how I stay ahead of the AI tidal wave that's coming. All right. I want you to understand that. So where were we? I'm in on Iowa State to make it. Finally, Hofstra Crimson Tide. Hofstra 14-point underdogs, total 160 against Alabama. We have been seeing a lot of people talk about Hofstra this whole fucking stream. What is up with the Hofstra love? I don't get it. Are you guys just fading Alabama?
I was going to say, I thought it was, is this Speedy Claxton's team?
Yes.
This is Speedy Claxton's team. And people don't like Alabama, I feel like.
That's got to be what it is, right? They don't like Alabama.
Now their starting guard just got arrested.
That's a good point.
But fuck Alabama for real, though.
Kind of fuck Alabama. I'm kind of fuck Alabama, too. Style of play. What about an over? Too obvious? Actually, now that I think about it, 160 is low for Alabama.
Yeah, that's definitely because of Hofstra style of play for sure.
So
look at some Hofstra totals. They're going to be low.
Okay, fine. Fair enough. I'm just looking at Alabama real quick. The last time they've had a total of 161, never. 162.5 was the lowest against Tennessee, and it went under. 140 points scored. Interesting.
Yeah.
Alabama's defense is pitiful. Yep. Real quick, Landon Jackson, I called you out a little bit earlier. Golf swing plus 12 on 8-hole simulator is going to cut it. I actually played fairly well for what it's worth. The putting is really hard on a simulator. BK was like 8 over. So, but
Landon, the guy bet USA yesterday and hit 2 different bets. You got to give him some love for that. He bet USA and he didn't mush it. That's double points, I would say.
I need you balanced, okay? I don't need you fair because you're a fuckface and that's fine, but I need you balanced, all right? So if I'm going to get shit for USA Canada, I want the glaze when USA beats the Dominican Republic, okay?
Fucker. Yeah, you deserve it. You deserve it.
Thank you very much. I appreciate you. Thank you for bringing that up. All right, let's move on. Utah State and Villanova. I said this yesterday on the Pickett stream. This is the make a beer run, take a nap, run an errand, acknowledge your wife, your friends, your family. You know what I mean? Like do something other than watch college basketball type of game. You said I'm sleeping on Utah State. You think Utah State's a fun team, and that's fine. You're probably right. But Utah State and Villanova, I have absolutely nothing in this game. Utah State's favored by 2. The total is 147.5. What do you got?
Seems like it's getting popular. I guess Villanova hasn't beat a top 40 KenPom ranked team this year. So no one likes Villanova. So yesterday when we were talking, Utah State might be trendy is all I'm saying.
Okay. Utah. I'm just going to make that note. Not that you're betting it, but Utah State might be trendy.
Might be trendy, but I still like them. I want to be clear about that. I still like
Yeah.
What's up, Cole?
All right. Iowa Clemson. Fun game.
Yeah.
Fun game. Not going to spoil it, but Snowman was on the stream yesterday. And with no BTL on or anything, I think Snowman usually streams right after this, but he has a 3-unit first click early POD, and it involves this game. I won't spoil it.
No, well, what do you mean? He gave it out. You can spoil it. It's the under. He gave it out on stream yesterday. It's not a secret.
It's still, you could go to him to get it.
No, he gave it out. You can say what it is. If he didn't give it out yesterday, I'm not spoiling anything. He already gave it out.
Fair. Fine.
We could talk about it. He likes the under. These are the type of things where you're like, Snowman bets the squares thing you could think of, like a Clemson Iowa under, but it hits. Does it feel square to me? Yes. I think he's already got a few points of CLV on it. Yeah, he's saying Cole's a mod in Snowman's chat. He's saying it's already on X.
Okay. All right. Well, fuck me. All right.
Yeah.
Try to fucking
no, not fuck you. I respect what you were trying to do.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, but that's all right. This is why we're a good tandem, because we'll if I try to be like the good cop in the wrong time, you'll let me know like no, it's okay. Bad cop it up. You know,
I have no idea if we're a good tandem because if my wife is around, she says we need marriage therapy, and she never says that about me. And
yeah,
her.
but that's good though. That's
Yeah,
good.
you
You want to be a little dysfunctional. I think if we got along and we were just like everything was happy go lucky and it was like, oh yeah, Steak, you're so great, and you're like, oh yeah, Jeff, you're so right all the time. Who would want to watch that?
Yeah. Okay, that's fine. So you like it a little toxic, and that's why you went with a Spanish woman.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. Which do I have second thoughts from time to time? Like, did I fuck up? Maybe, but ultimately, it's Spanish or bust, and she knows it. She's like, you couldn't have it any other way. She's like, you couldn't have it any other way. Oh yeah. Well, if anybody's with a Spanish woman for 15 years, they'll understand.
Yeah.
But I need the chaos. I revel in the chaos.
Yeah.
Where was I?
Wasn't expecting that.
Iowa 2-point favorites.
Iowa 2-point favorites. Nothing. I'll tell Snowman. No shame. I'll tell Snowman.
No doubt her daddy married to a Spanish here. I kind of figured that out.
That's why Jay Thorpe likes to come in here and take his aggression out on us occasionally because he's got a Spanish wife at home.
Yeah, people understand it. They know ball. I don't have a side in this. I'm down with the Snowman under. You're right. It does kind of seem a little obvious to me. Iowa feels more marchy than Clemson.
Bennett Sturts feels more marchy than anybody on Clemson for sure. I'm with you there.
You were going to say or do like an article or a tweet or something. We never got around to it. You were going to find like the next Jack Golke of this tournament.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. It's not Bennett Sturts. Can't be a guy at Iowa in the Big Ten. You're right. I love the white dude on Vandy too. I feel like he could be a dog in the tournament. But I need some time.
Could it be Fletcher Lawyer?
Wow, that's a statement, Ramble. Holy shit. That is a ballsy statement. That's close to one of the ballsiest statements I've seen so far.
You're telling me Iowa or Clemson beats Florida?
Holy shit. You kind of just shook my whole fucking life with that. Like I don't know if I'm gonna have a good day. Oof.
I respect the ballsy take, but man, I will say,
worried. As a Gators fan, I'm worried.
Iowa was playing their nuts off. I was playing their nuts. They don't still have that same fucking loser coach, do they? McCaffrey? I can't stand that guy.
I think they do.
Still have McCaffrey? Fran? Is it Fran McCaffrey? His son played on the team.
I'm horrible with coaches, dude. So bad with coaches.
Yeah, no, he's gone. He's at Penn.
Oh yeah, he's at Penn. Yeah.
You are. Sometimes
you don't want to fade Penn now? You said they don't have that loser coach, and we were talking about fading Penn already. That doesn't make you want to fade Penn?
Yeah, brother. I have it written down. Illinois Skull.
Yeah.
You know what I'll do, though? I'll circle it.
Yeah. To those who don't know, MJ knows ball. That's why I'm really unhappy with that take.
Yeah. Yeah, no. He absolutely does. If I find myself on the opposite side of honestly anybody at Ramble, MJ Royal,
it's not going to be a good time.
Yeah, it's I don't think TC as well now. Rosa.
Fuck TC, dude. Fuck TC. Saw pictures of the guy. He's 6'4" or some shit. Fuck that guy.
You got to be kidding me, dude.
Why is everybody tall? I meet Snowman yesterday, fucking frame mogging me. Apparently that's what he was doing, towering over me at the bar. I mean, it's just fucking crazy, bro. Why can't we just have some normal ass 5'10" dudes around? Everybody's got to be 6 foot plus. Like, you should fucking get off Twitter. Get off Twitter. If you're over 6 foot, get off Twitter. Stop talking about sports and go play. How about that? Leave the talking about sports to the short people.
I'm sorry. Did you just drop a frame mogging?
Yeah. How about that, dude?
And you're just okay with it.
You didn't like it?
Are you kidding me? I loved it.
I was like, yeah, I think I did it perfectly. To be fair, I think DC commented that on our photo yesterday. Okay.
Well, to be fair, anytime I say fucking frame mogging, you will get so uncomfortable. You literally squeal. And you're like, oh, stop it. But fucking, that's what happened. Somebody else said it, and now you're okay with it. And now you're even using it in sentences.
I'm tailing DC bets. And also meeting Snowman yesterday. You know the Bears center that retired early, Drew Dalman? You saw that, right? He's like 26, just signed the contract. Immediately I met Snowman. I was like, I know what your next job should be. You should be the fucking new center for the Bears.
Okay, now you're being a little ridiculous. And everybody that's tall can't play sports, all right? Relax.
Snowman is a unit, dude.
Oh, I know. Yeah, he is. He's more of a tackle, though, to be fair. He's not. You could be like short in a center. Like an Olin Kreutz. I think he was a shorter guy. Anyways, hold on a second. I can't believe TC is 6'4" too. Everybody you meet on the fucking internet, we're the only short guys. And you're not even short because you're actually you're a real 5'10". I'm fucking 5'8". But at least everybody should respect the fact that I'm 5'8" who says they're 5'8", because every 5'8" motherfucker out there says 5'9", and they're liars. You're either 5'8" or you're 5'10".
Yeah.
And I'm 5'8".
Yeah, I don't know. I can't believe how many people. Krabs and Jovan are tall as fuck.
Oh, they're massive. Trent's not that tall, I guess. Rav's not that tall.
Not
Biev is
short.
tall.
Trent's not short.
No, they're not short. No, yeah, they're not short. Anyways, let's keep moving. Let's keep talking ball. It's 11:58. We got to wrap it up. St. John's 11-point favorites against Northern Iowa. Is St. John's a threat? You said they're not a threat, but I thought that line looked a little short against Northern Iowa.
They're not a threat at whatsoever. My fear is only that how disrespected I think they were with their seating, that you could get an inspired effort out of them. Do I think they're a threat? Not at all. Not at all.
Yeah. Okay. UCF 6-point dogs against UCF.
Trees. You're 6'5".
Crazy.
The fuck
Look
you
at
doing
Panda.
here? Go play ball.
Crazy. All right. 152.5. I said I liked UCLA, but then you said you think UCF is live. You know, the first thought I had when I woke up this morning, that UCF was going to win outright. I think I've flip-flopped, and I think maybe you've influenced me. I woke up and I saw UCF beating UCLA. That's my first vision.
I also think UCF's going to beat UCLA. You can go ahead and write that down.
You know what? It wasn't a dream, but it was like right when I woke up. So I'll just say UFC outright. UCF vision bet. Vision bet. All right. One time when I lived in Orlando, I think it was last year I lived in Orlando. I had a dream that the Jags made the playoffs, and I bet them to make the playoffs. And I think they won 3 games that year. So my dream bets are not usually that good, but I have them. We all have them.
Hey, I'll be honest. My dreams about sports, they don't make sense. It will be like I'll be at a basketball game, but it's like Washington Commanders. It just never makes sense. Nothing.
It'll be like Chris Duhon kicking a field goal.
Yeah. Chris Duhon be a better field goal kicker than a fucking point guard for the Magic.
Yeah, very true.
Fuck Chris Duhon, by the way, while we're here. Fuck Chris Duhon. Fuck Chris Duhon.
Least my most hated player in the NBA. I hated Chris Duhon.
I watched this really cool video. It was them announcing the starting lineups for the Duke Arizona national championship game. I want to say 2000, maybe 99, something like that. And it was like Jason Williams, awesome. A bunch of awesome guys, and then fucking Chris Duhon. And I'm like, it just immediately triggered remembering that he was a college basketball star.
Oh, yeah, I know. Purdue, 25-point favorites against Queens, 163.5. High total.
Queens and Purdue. God, it would be so funny if Queens beat Purdue. It would be
They're
so
not going to beat
funny.
Purdue. They're not going to.
So funny.
I know, but they're not. They're not.
God, if there's
They're
a God,
not.
you hear me.
They're not.
You do things like fix the outcomes of sport games, please. Queens College beat Purdue. It would be the funniest day on the internet ever. Please do it.
Let's move on. We got 3 more games. Cal Baptist against Kansas. Kansas 14.5, total 138. I feel like Kansas is I don't even know. I don't even think yesterday's news is the really the way to say it. They're like the team like nobody really gives a fuck about anymore. Am I right or am I wrong? Like nobody cares about Kansas. Do you think they can make a little bit of noise?
No, fuck no. This team sucks. Fuck this team.
Well, if they were to make any noise.
I don't want you to try to figure out a way that Darren Peterson, who will be the #1 pick, and Bill Self, who's a top 3 coach in college basketball right now, and Kansas, who's a blue bud, don't think about a way that they're don't try to come up with a way that they're being disrespected. It's because they fucking suck. That's why nobody likes Kansas, is because they suck at basketball.
Okay. They are 23-10, 5-5 in their last 10. Cal Baptist is playing pretty good ball. Maybe if you need an upset, maybe there's one.
God, that would be almost as fun as Purdue.
Yeah. All right, 2 more games. UConn 21 against Furman. Is that short? Seems really short. You don't think that's short?
Could make an argument, I guess.
Furman 22-12, and it's 21. It's not 24. It's not 25. I don't know. Seems a little short for 29-5 UConn team. I might be on Furman there, although Furman could be a little popular. Last game, and I think it's going to be a great game. I can't believe this game's at 10 o'clock, by the way. Both these teams are on the east side of the fucking country. God, it's so stupid. Miami and Missouri. This game's in Missouri. So advantage Missouri, obviously.
Yeah.
Miami, 2-point favorites. I like Miami. I like their team.
Yeah.
Missouri's kind of scrappy, too. It's a fun game.
Yeah.
Really fun game. One of the better games, one of the better matchups in the first round. Winner of this place, Purdue. I think Miami would give Purdue fits, so I'm hoping Miami wins. Might bet them. I'm not sure yet. What do you think?
I like Miami too. I've seen the most popular narrative for this game. It's by no means the most popular game to talk about. I don't know if anyone really cares about these schools' college basketball programs, but the most popular narrative I've heard is how lucky Missouri is that this game is in St. Louis.
Okay,
that's what everybody's talking about. Which way though, Rambo? It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Like you think Missouri should be favored?
That's what I want to know.
Because I was sort of thinking that
Missouri's not favored.
No, but I was saying maybe they think Missouri should be favored.
Oh, got it. Sorry. Yeah, you might be right. Okay. All right. Couple things. Nebraska belt to ass. You like Louisville, but you're nervous. Wisconsin's the Maryland Monroe. You've seen the best. Get ready for the worst. You love Vandy. VCU, you're going to play regardless. St. Mary's is a line read. St. Louis, because the white guy with a lot of nicknames will keep playing basketball. Is Kentucky the popular fade? Utah State might be trendy. I'm going to go UCF outright because they're a vision bet. Texas Tech is my stand-on business play. Georgia, roof. Illinois, skullfuck. VCU, I think, is fake sharp.
Yep.
High Point, tail stake. I'm JFK or Joe DiMaggio. USF Louisville is the obvious over. I might fade. I'm with you on Nebraska rolling. Ohio State TCU, no bet. Love the game. Good bracket. Good matchups. Tomorrow we'll actually make our bracket, which will be fun. I'll have the login. I'll have it. I'm a printed guy as well. It was storming like crazy over there, so I couldn't run to a printing service. I don't have one here. But anyways, Steak, great job today. 2 solid hours at the hotel. W. Konkanippel and your wife.
Yeah.
Safe travels. You and I will be in touch a little bit later with our
but
plan.
let's talk about one more thing because they're asking about the board review schedule this week. I think we should address that before we go. So We're 100% streaming tomorrow.
100% tomorrow.
And then Wednesday
is TBD. Yeah, because I might make a road trip out of this. It's about 8 to 9 hours to Dayton. I'll leave tomorrow. I'm sorry. I'll leave Wednesday. Get in, check in, drop the shit off at a hotel. I gotta look for a hotel. Go to the games, playing games. Maybe I'll meet you there. Maybe I won't. Miami of Ohio, stay up late, have a little espresso. Not drinking much. Can't get banged up. Z-Biotics, maybe. We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
Morning of, we'll be driving and going straight to the casino because the casino is not in Nashville, Circa. They're in Kentucky. And I looked, it's northern, so it's actually a little bit closer from Dayton. It's not like past it or anything, but Thursday all day at Circa. And then Friday at a bar in Nashville. And then that's it. So Friday we could do a stream. It would be no Wednesday, no Thursday.
Yeah, if this is how it goes,
this is how it goes. Yep. So tomorrow, 100%. Be there, be square. Tomorrow will be a big stream. We're going to be filling out brackets. Good luck on your wagers tonight if you have any. Go Italy, I think. Go Italy. First 5 over. We might have a Sunday steak special. Steak, safe travels. Keep me posted. We'll be in touch.
Bye.
Thanks, guys. Have a great day.